All right, here we go. So tonight, family, the topics, the overview of the top 4 conditions that are called in for reevaluation. We got Thomas in the room. Thank you, Thomas, for coming in. Number 1, mental health conditions. Number 2, musculoskeletal scalar injuries. Number 3, respiratory conditions. Number 4, auditory issues. So let's talk about it. When we talk about mental health, for example, like PTSD or depression, musculoskeletal issues could be back pain, joint problems. Respiratory conditions include things such as asthma and sleep apnea. Auditory issues are the usual ones: hearing loss and tinnitus. So family, let's get into it. If you have one of these conditions, if you are service connected for one of these conditions, put the number that you're service connected for in the chat. All right. If you service connected for a mental health condition, it doesn't have to be PTSD. It doesn't have to be depression, but any mental health condition. It can be anxiety disorder. Put if you got musculoskeletal issues, such as you're service connected for any type of things, then put that in the chat. Number 3, respiratory conditions. If you're service connected for that, and whatever ones you're service connected, put them in the chat. Number 4, auditory issues. Let us know, family. We're gonna keep communicating. Listen to what Thomas said. Good evening to all. I will recognize when somebody coming in, but once we're here, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the information. Charleston say auditory issues, some form of hearing disabilities. Okay, hearing issues, auditory issues. Coasty said 2, the musculoskeletal issues. Okay. Then Love say just arrived. Hello, H-Town and everyone. Good to hear your voice. We're getting right on topic because I found that the videos do better when we get right into the information. Then we'll have time to talk it up afterward. Now, MG Smith got a few of them. He has a mental health rating. He has number 2, musculoskeletal issues, and 4, auditory issues. Now, Thomas says 2 and 4. So he has musculoskeletal issues and auditory issues. Okay. Jay said 1 and 4. Okay. Mental health conditions and auditory issues. Coasty saying, everybody saying hi. Real good. We got Ben in the house. Good to hear. Benny says hello, H-Town Vet and the chat family. Yes, indeed. Now, family, we're going to get on into it. Let's talk about it. We got to do a little background first, because in order for you to understand what conditions are reevaluated the most, you need to understand their status. These are conditions that are temporary. So we're going to break down, for those that are new to the channel, the difference between a permanent rating and a temporary VA compensation rating. Very big difference. Then it says 1, 2, and 4. Oh, family, y'all getting there. Now let's talk about it. Now, permanent ratings first. Permanent doesn't necessarily mean the word permanent that it will never change, that you won't lose that rating. It's highly unlikely that you will. So let's talk about it. Now, there are 2 permanent ratings. There are 4 types of 100%. And, you can have a permanent rating less than 100%, but we're kind of focusing on 100% ratings to make it easier, because those are the ones that people feel are untouchable, and not necessarily the case. And you need to understand how all of them function differently and the similarities between these different conditions. Okay. Now, how's my sound? So first, we have a 100% temporary 100%. That's the first one. Number 2, 100% permanent and total, the highest scalar rating at 100% with the most protections. Then we have two forms of unemployability. We have IU, which is individual unemployability, and we have TDIU, which is total disability individual unemployability. If you have one of these types of 100%, and if you don't mind sharing, let us know. And if you got one of them, let us know, because we want to do everything we can to help. And everybody's been doing good. If you would like to share, you could say 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I got the second one. Then Betty Bops is in here. No apologies. She say, good evening, H-Town. Hope you had a beautiful week. I did, my sister. I did. Yes, indeed. We're just getting into it because I found that we have 13 likes and 11 likes and 13 watching really good. I found if we get right into the information, the videos do better. That's why I've been trying different things. So I don't want to cut the first part off. I want to keep the whole video, but people that just want the information, we're going to go into it. Now, I said number 2, 100% permanent total. MG Smith says 100% permanent total. And Benny says 3. He has a IU temporary 100%, I'm assuming. And then Jay Oliver, 100% permanent total. Now, we're not here just to help you get your benefits. We want to inform you what benefits come. Your compensation. We want to inform you what benefits come with that compensation and how to protect these benefits. Say, I apologize. Keep going. You did nothing wrong, sister. Not just telling everybody because we changed up the format. You ain't doing nothing wrong. Now, and remember, there are 2 permanent ratings: 100% permanent total and TDIU. Only difference is TDIU gets the same benefits, but there's little restrictions when it comes to work. You're working in a sheltered working environment, and you can't make above the poverty level. That's the only difference between those two. Now, permanent ratings, conditions are static, meaning unchanging. All right. Now, look at the trick bag language that they use. Now, this is where people get thrown off when they see the word permanent. You need to understand something. That when they say permanent, they mean not likely to improve. That don't mean that it will never improve. Okay? Not like I'm still going to put y'all information up. Don't worry. Okay? Y'all still going to be recognized in the chat. Now, the key thing, the thing that's the most important about a permanent rating, permanent just means it's static, unchanging, no future exam schedule, because the condition is not likely to improve. Don't mean that it won't ever improve. It's just not likely. And unless they get proof that it has improved, it shouldn't be an issue. Well, how would they get that? Maybe if you open up a claim, sometime they'll do something with it, sometime not. And I got a question I'm gonna ask y'all at the end. Now, remember, for those that are new to the channel, that when we say permanent, this is the actual law, and I have the what we used in the past, so you can put the law with your evidence backing it up. Okay. And one thing's key is static, not number 1. Static by showing no change or progress. That's part of the law. Number 2, you always quote the law. Persistent for at least 5 years without material improvement. That's the 5-year rule. So after 5 years, if they call you in for an evaluation, they have to give you two examinations to reduce you. Okay, if you had a rating for at least 5 years, let's say you had 50% for 5 years. In order for them to reduce that 50%, they would have to take you to 2 exams. You need to know the rules. All right. And the third thing, permanent, not expected to improve. All right. Now, listen. Hold on, make sure we don't miss it. And everybody's talking and speaking to each other. We're going to put that on there so we show love. Now, Charleston say, question. What is the lowest percentage rating to get unemployability tag. The lowest percentage rating is a 60% rating, where it's kind of catchy. If you have 1% rating at 6% or higher, you can file for unemployability. But let's say the lowest you can get if you have a 40% rating, but you have to this is combined rating. You have to have others that add up that make 70%. Then you can you can file for unemployability on that. All right. If you don't, let's say you have only one that's 6%, you automatically qualify. You can file for unemployability. Don't mean that you qualify for unemployability. You are able to file. You meet the basic requirements. Now, when it comes to, let's say you don't have a 60% rating, but you do have a 70% rating, but it's a combined rating, you have to have at least one of the conditions to be 40% or higher, and the other ones add up with that 40% to make 70%. Does that make sense? Did I break it down? Did H-Town break it down? Now, let me see. Thomas say, oh, Heidi's speaking to everybody. I'm going to let y'all speak, and when y'all put at, I'm going to ignore that because I'm going to respect y'all privacy. Now, let us continue, family. Thank y'all so much. Now, the other part, we just talked about the permanent part of permanent total. Now we have to talk about the total part. Permanent meaning static. It's not moving, that you're in one place. That's your protection. All right? The total part is the good part. If you're 100%, that means you're paid at the 100% rate. Total means you have a total disability rating of 100%, meaning you have symptoms that represent a 100% rating. We give the example of the hypothetical Mr. John Brown here. At least one symptom reflects a 100% rating. And with him, he had two: gross impairment of thought process and communication, persistent delusions or hallucinations. And then that's in the law. Then he went and put it at the bottom and showed them. So if you put it like this to the VA, they can't say nothing. All right. I tried to make the parts that you need to hear clear. So we went over total and permanent because we want to make clear what can be reduced and what can't. And always remember, have your clinical evidence. We're going to go back over this in a little while. Clinical evidence. Now, temporary ratings. Temporary ratings is temporary, meaning these are ratings. And let's just talk about, let's say, we're just talking about 100% right now because it's usually at 100% rate. Temporary ratings mean it's a temporary fix. Like, you know how we used to do the car, put a little duct tape on the window, some little trash bag, make it look like tent. But you fix it up. Use them zip ties. You know how it go. It's not meant to stay always, just until your situation improves, until you're able to fix that car right. Huh? Let's talk about it. Now, with the temporary ratings, we have two. The temporary ratings is number one, temporary 100%, and that's a scheduler 100%, meaning you're actually paid at the 100% rate, but it's a temporary rating, such as some people get out with mental health ratings at 100%, and that's a temporary rating. Or you go get hospitalized as a veteran for 6 months in a VA facility, you can get 100% temporary for PTSD. Did you know that? Now, it's a whole bunch of things. We're going to be dropping gems. The other temporary rating is IU. I had IU, which is individual unemployability. It's a form of unemployability, but it's a temporary one, number 3. So I just filed when I had symptoms at the 100% rate. See, when they was paying me IU, I wasn't 100%. I was only 70%, but they paid me at the 100% rate, right? When I went to an exam and the doctors showed symptoms that was past the 70% rate at the 100% rate, all right? I had quite a few of them, and they raised my rate. Now, let's see. Oh, they talking. Oh, let me make sure I don't miss nobody here. Now, let me see. Kevin Cooper saying, H-Town vet, evening family. So good to have you here, brother. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss y'all information because I'm trying to go over the information. So we have plenty time to chat. Oh, I didn't mean to put that up there. Okay. Now, listen. Benny says, how did you get off of IU? Wonderful question. That's on topic. Were you scared of poking the bear? Oh, this is an excellent question. No, I was not. So this is how my conditions went. It went from 30. I was never 30%. They just kind of, back did it with my effective date. 30%, 50%. Then when I stopped working, that's when, right before I stopped working, I got 70%. So that's when within a couple of months, I filed unemployability. I got it a year later. I was just able to have my finances together while I wasn't working until I got it. Thank God I got it. Well, here's the thing. My daughter was underage, so I didn't need the permanent total yet, because in order for her to get Champ VA in Chapter 35, I would have had to had the permanent total status, either 100% permanent total or TDIU. I was okay with getting either one. Now, what happened was I asked my representative, can I just file for a 100% permanent total status if I'm IU? He said, yes. Get your evidence together. So for about 2 years, as my condition worsened and I had symptoms, they went to an exam. I asked for a permanent total status. You just request it. Whatever you want from the VA, you ask for it. We believe that my condition has worsened and it deserves a permanent total status. And that's what we are requesting. And we requested it. First time, it was denied. He actually said that my condition improved a little bit. But remember, it has to be continuous improvement and substantial improvement. Remember? But he said I had a serious problem. The problem he had, he started critiquing other doctors. Now listen to what our brother Coasty said. Coasty said, can you get extra scheduler TDIU if you don't meet criteria for regular TDIU? Is that much harder? Now, what you mean by extra scheduler? You can get extra scheduler ratings such as, you listening to me? You can get special monthly compensation the same way, aid and attendance and all these other things. Now that's extra scheduler. That means in addition to. Now, what do you mean by the TDIU? IU is temporary. TDIU is permanent. Clarify that for me, okay? And if y'all talking to each other, I'm gonna let y'all talk, but I'm gonna put the ones up that people chatting so other people can see. We got 15 likes and 18 watching. Any questions concerning the topic, we will answer them. Now, listen here. Benny says, which form is that done on H-Town? The request for PNT. Thanks. That is the form you can, back then they've changed the form. When you file for an increase, we're gonna have to get that form. I don't have that form on me right now because I'm kind of rusty on that. But you can do it on the form where you file for an increased rating, because remember, a permanent and total status is an increased rating. Even though I wasn't going to get more money, I got more benefits. Remember, the increase not always monetary. I was going to be getting paid the same amount that you get when you have a temporary rating. And you can do this not only for IU, you can also do this for a temporary 100%. Anybody got the form that you file for increases? If you find, let the brother know. I don't have it on hand yet. Thanks for asking. We'll definitely have that the next time, Benny. I apologize. And everybody's showing love. Now here go another good question. Thank y'all for being on topic. Benny says, my cousin's wife left him right before their finances were a mess. The VA kept dragging his claim along. This is a big stress for relationships. And to be honest with you, relationships tend not to survive after the veteran get the benefits, or right before sometime, but usually it's right afterward. I ain't saying it's always, but this is a common thing you see. Now let's see. Now Jay Oliver say below 60 and 70% has to be approved by a senior director of the rating organization. What he's saying is you can get unemployability without a 60 or 70% rating. You can get it as low as 10%, but it has to be approved by a senior director. It can be done. If you have a 10 or 20% rating and you can't work, you got the rating, but you ain't got no feet, or you got a situation where even though that's the highest rating for that condition, or it just can't, it makes you where you can't work, you can get it. Those are special situations. It can happen. See, I thank you for that, Jay Oliver. See, now love say H-Town, what is more benefits? IU, just curious. Okay, more benefits meaning if you so I thank you for asking that question. See, IU, when I had IU, which is individual unemployability, it was temporary. Things that I did not have. I didn't have a permanent rating, so I did not qualify. I did not qualify for Chapter 35 educational benefits for my dependents. Champ VA healthcare benefits, didn't qualify. Things like that. Being able to catch the MAC flights, space age travel, didn't qualify without a permanent rating. Okay, certain things. Most of the benefits are for the dependents when you so unemployability. But I did get my student loan waived with unemployability. Yes. Now let's see. Y'all are doing some good chatting here. Now look what love Benny. That's what is happening to me now. Delayed decision. Let's see. Okay, Betty Bob Scott, thank you for the form. Now, are y'all listening? So remember, I knew the form has changed. They had a different one, so I didn't want to say the wrong one. The sisters brought it up. Thank you to Betty Bob's. What would we do without her and Alaskan Ice and all you other wonderful people in here? Now listen, and they do the research. Betty Bob say to increase a VA disability rating, veterans typically use VA Form 21-52-6EZ, application for disability compensation and related compensation benefits. This form is used to apply for disability. The reason disability, I'm gonna skip y'all, I'm gonna get to y'all, compensation and related benefits. And it's the same form used for initial claims. Veterans should also include medical evidence demonstrating that their service-connected condition has worsened. So that's where your problems list come in. That's where your treatment records come in. That's where if you have a public DBQ outside the VA and you want to do a fully developed claim, you got all the evidence, that's where that come in. But I didn't know about all that back then. I don't think we even had a fully developed claim. Y'all are asking great questions. These are helping the people that are watching this live and recorded. Now, Charleston Zimmerman says, question, what's the lowest PTSD for anxiety rating? Usually average 1. You say the lowest, well, any mental health rating, the lowest was 0. I don't know if they changed it yet to 10%. They're saying the lowest is going to end up being 10%. But when I got it, it was 0%. So, and I forgot to tell you, I did have a 0%. So I apologize for, I didn't start off at 30. I had a 0% rating first. Then they backdated me when they corrected my claim to 30, 50, 70. And then I applied for unemployability. Had that for a few years. That's where my 20 years start on the 20-year rule with the unemployability, not with my permanent total status. Because with the unemployability, I was already getting paid at the 100% rate. Remember, the 20-year rule, how much you're being paid, that's what locks that in. Come on now. Now listen to what Benny says here. I have seen veterans who can't make it to 100% schedule file for IU to get the 100%. That's what I did. And while you get it, and we're going to talk about what they do. All right, we're about to go into how that y'all really we get into this here. Betty says, thank you a lot to learn here for sure. Now that I'm caught up, see, I can read some of y'all chats. I'm gonna try to keep reading them. Now, here we go. Percentage reductions. Remember, when you're dealing with any temporary rating, you at the risk of percentage reduction. More than a permanent rating. Not now, we've talked about, first we're going to talk about the first temporary rating is individual unemployability, which is a temporary rating. Okay, IU, y'all were talking about it. I was definitely IU. I was IU for about, I guess, about 3 or 4 years, I guess. Individual unemployability. Then I filed for, and why did I wait? Oh, why did I file? I filed, see what it says here? See, temporary ratings is different from the permanent ratings we just talked about. Condition may improve, okay? Reevaluation after 3 to 5 years. Rating may be lowered, increased, or stay the same. Now, I want you to understand something. When my 3 years, first they said soon as I got mine, they gave me a date 3 years out. But they kept kicking it up farther out. So I wasn't going to wait for them. I had 2 incentives to get permanent and total. I wrote it out for about 2 or 3 years. It was cool because I had the tax exemption on the house. Only benefits I needed for was for my daughter, but she wasn't 18 yet. So, and I probably could have used the health care, but I had other forms of health care at the time. Now, so one thing was the time limit. When you have a individual unemployability, it's based on, this is a temporary rating based on a time frame of being reevaluated within 3 to 5 years, okay? Now, the other factor, what was the other factor? Is not just the time frame, but also the benefits of the of Camp VA and Chapter 35 educational benefits. Now let's see. Let's say better about good information, and they tell them outstanding. And I think I read this one here. Yeah, you can. Hold on. He say, I'm gonna read this again. He said, Benny says, I have seen veterans who can't make it to 100% schedule file for IU and get 100%. Yeah, it's a temporary 100%. In order for it to be permanent, it'll be called TDIU, okay? So say thank you. Now listen here. Director, Jay Oliver say, Director of Compensation and Pension Services approve extra scheduler individual unemployability. Oh, they call it extra schedule. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Now, oh, it is extra schedule. I do apologize because your scheduler rating is going to be between 60 and 70, 60, 70, 80, 90%. So extra scheduler mean they're going to give you more funds. I do apologize. I misspoke earlier. Thank you for correcting me, brother Jay Oliver. So yes, it's extra scheduler. Now 100% permanent total is scheduler, meaning you're 100% actually paid at 100%. So it's the full scale. When you're TDIU, you're either 60, 70, 80, 90% permanent rating, but you're paid at the 100% rate. Same thing, ain't no big deal because you're getting the same money. Now, Benny said, okay, you just answered my question. Okay. 16 likes and 17 watching. Now listen here. Coaches say, that's what I thought, Jay, for thanks for cleaning up. Yes. So yeah, extra scheduler. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for that. Because it is an extra scheduler, meaning your scheduler rating, some people are 20% and they get extra scheduler paid at the 100% rate. All right. When you look at your paperwork, it's going to be a percentage. If you got IU or TDIU, any form of unemployability, they're going to give you extra scheduler to help you meet the 100% requirement. You won't be 100%, but you'll be paid at the 100% rate. All right. Now, Benny says some veterans wait around for the VA to make them permanent total. Awesome. You took matters into your own hands and filed. But I filed critically. So, now I remember why I did it. I knew eventually they were going to be calling me in for an exam, right? So why I gotta wait for them to come in me and I play defense? I'm gonna take it to them. I say, well, I had it for about 3 or 4 years, so it was coming. The 5 or 6 years, they're gonna call me in for a reevaluation anyway of my temporary rating of IU. I say, why don't I go file for unemployed, file for permanent total status, and I push it on their ball court. But in that time, I was gathering the evidence based on my condition and symptoms that related to it. I continually sought treatment. I kept documenting that treatment. I looked through those treatment records to find which statements from the healthcare professionals would bolster my claim for unemployability, and I found one. The doctor said my condition, my VA doctor said, was most likely permanent and not likely to improve. Isn't that what we need for a permanent rating? So that's what got me from a temporary IU. That wasn't enough, though. The CMP doctor had to say a whole bunch of things, because getting 100% permanent total for PTSD is not easy. Now, here we go. Benny says some veterans. Oh, no, you say, no, I read that one. Now, listen, we say, who is the director of compensation? Where is that person located at? Yeah, that's a good one. Let us know about that. I think that's Jay Oliver with that knowledge. Now, listen, Charleston says, hi. Oh, he's talking to love. Now, let us continue, fam. We doing good. Now, remember, the reason they make your condition temporary in any temporary rating, specifically IU we're talking about right now, is because there is a improvement ahead. With a temporary 100% is based on you having corrective surgery or rehab period. When it comes to IU, it's based on we gonna come peep back in your file and to see if your condition done gotten better. Your condition may get better, it may stay the same, or it may get worse. You just don't want to be waiting around with the VA. So that's why I pushed the envelope before they got to the chance to reevaluate me. I took it to them. Now listen to what Jay Oliver says. Each regional office has a director with that title. I learned something new today. You hear that, family? That sounds like a live stream we need to talk about. Now, remember, one of the key reasons why it's likely to improve, because mental health conditions can fluctuate, in particular, back conditions, and some of the other ones we're going to talk about here in a minute. That's why they're more likely to be reduced, because they're more likely to fluctuate, be good, bad, and so they want to make sure you have the proper or correct rating. That's why they go and peeping in your file, see if it's gotten better or worse. Really, they just seeing if it get worse so they can knock that money down. Now, but remember, it has to be substantial improvement. It can't be you improve just a little bit. Okay? So even with temporary ratings of IU, you have to be substantial improvement. Because remember, I had a little improvement when I filed for permanent total. I was denied the first time, and he said I improved a little bit. So that wasn't substantial improvement. Now we have, look at them, they're saying, he say, thank you, Charlton. Jay Oliver, great information. Yes, indeed. Now we have Farm Girl Rebel. Everybody, she say, eating the family. So if you at home relaxing, or you coming from work, you be safe, sister. Everybody show love to our sister. Farm Girl Rebel. Now let us continue. Not only do it have to be substantial, y'all need to use these terms, it has to be continuous. So meaning your condition progressively got better. It can't just be one time when you was in that exam, it was better. They have to see something in your medical chart that showed that your condition was getting better over time. Come on, let's talk about it. Continuous improvement. Everybody's showing love to Farm Girl Rebel. Come on now. Listen what she said. I retired July the 11th. Now, family, it's time to celebrate. Show some celebration for Farm Girl. She retired July 11th. My grandmother, my big mama birthday was July the 7th. Come on now. I thought it was September. It's not September yet, is it? Y'all, you know my mind bad. And everybody's celebrating. Congrats. Yes, indeed. Show love to our sister. She saying hi to everybody. I know she happy. Yes, indeed. Now you can feed those cows and animals full time. Our sister's retired. Everybody show love. We take our time when people get their benefits and something good happened to our veteran family. We need a place that we can share this information. Coasty says, congratulations. Let me come on up on the screen. Got me feeling good. Now, Farm Girl Rebel, you the reason black men cry in the dark. I'm about to turn the lights off. I'm so sad. I'm happy, but I'm emotional. Betty Bob showing the celebration. Then Love say, congratulations, Farm Girl Rebel. Yes, indeed. Kevin says, that's what my lawyer said about 40% back, and I will appeal to get it back 40%. We're going to be talking about that, so stick around, brother, because yes, you hitting it right on the head. Congratulations to Farm Girl Rebel. Yes, indeed. They saying congrats. Now listen to what our brother says. Brother Charleston Zimmerman, Philadelphia regional office is messed up. In my rating sheet for 2020 was another veterans rating letter with personal information was folded up with mine. If you've ever received any other veteran personal information before, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever received another veteran's personal information in your paperwork. If you haven't, put a 2 in the chat. If I have received and I had to take it back in, another veteran's paperwork, let us know. Yeah. Now, what if he was bad? Jay Oliver has too. Come on now. Betty Bob say we got 15 likes and 20 watching. Whoa. If you never have, just put a 2. If you didn't. But if you received somebody else's paperwork, so Farm Girl Rebel says she has not. Jay Oliver has, and so have H-Town me. Farm Girl says she had not. Charles said that was so true about Philadelphia. Betty Bobs has too. She received another veteran's information. That's kind of reckless, ain't it? But I guess we got some hope. MG Smith says no, he has not. Love has never received another veteran's information. Neither has Kevin Cobar Sr. or Coasty. So we got some hope. They make some mistakes. What percentage would that be? Would that be about 70 or 30% of the time they do and 70% of the time they don't? I don't know if I like them numbers. Come on now. Now let's get back to it. Remember, fight. You tell them in your evidence, this is not substantial improvement. Have a doctor show that it's not substantial improvement. If they try to reduce you, get you a private DBQ and tell them it's not substantial and the improvement was not continuous improvement, meaning it waned and waned. The day I went to the mechanic, my car just was cooperating that day, but it ran hot all the rest of the week. Come on now. We have 18 likes and 21 watching. Family, y'all are so incredible. This is so beautiful what we got going on here. Let's continue. Now, let's get in. So we talked about an individual unemployability temporary rating. Now we're going to talk about And that's a extra scheduler rating where you have to add yourself up to 100%. Now we're going to talk about a scheduler rating where you're actually 100%, but it's temporary. And if you want more information, you got to go watch previous videos that we did on the topic, but we're going to give the overview here. Temporary 100%, condition likely to improve after corrective surgery or rehab period. Reduction, but paid for side effects and residuals. What's residuals? Side effects. You get prostate cancer and they remove your prostate, you might have to wear diapers, you might have incontinence. It might be other residuals, okay, rashes and things like that. So they pay you for that. So you might have been 100%. They took the 100% away, but now you might be 60 or 80%, depending on how many, how bad it's affected you. The side effects of the prostate surgery. Come on, let's talk about it. Is that clear? Did I make it clear? Now, listen, prostate cancer being an example. All right. So if you were in Vietnam and you got some form of certain cancers, I believe skin cancer is one of them, prostate cancer is one, that's a presumptive illness. Okay. You can get it. I know several veterans to get a temporary 100% for that. Here's the thing. Once they have if they have prostate cancer, once they have a surgery and the prostate is removed, the cancer is benign. Now they will reduce you, but pay you for the residuals. And they have to give you a proposal for reduction. That's when you start. That's one of these other times that you should have been getting other symptoms to increase you get that 100% permanent total. So you don't wait around for them to reduce you. You already going to outside doctors, going to your VA doctors, get the evidence. So you going to preempt them. Ride that 100%. Unless you needed a permanent total because you got dependents. But if you're an older Vietnam veteran, you may not have no children, ride it and just have your evidence be building it up. And when it's time, bam, okay, you trying to reduce me, but look what I got here. And they're going to do it within 60 days or so. So you need to be on top of it. Now, prostate cancer surgery. So once you have the surgery, that's when they reduce you. After corrective surgery and the prostate's been removed, your percentage will be reduced. Same for a surgery, a knee replacement, as our sister Bionic Woman had. I think she had 2, surgery and rehab period. It used to be a year, but I think it's down to some months now. How many months is it for knee replacement that they pay you a temporary 100% if you're not 100% at the time? Now, I say, can someone tell me what is a IMO? Other medical. What is that? Is that almost other medical insurance? What is that? We have 18 likes and 21 watch. Family, we thank y'all for being in here. We really appreciate you. Now, number 1, now we're going to go over the conditions that are most likely to be reduced. The four conditions that are most likely to be reduced. Number 1 are mental health conditions. This is the first condition that's if you have a temporary rating, right? Like I was IU, individual unemployability for mental health. I was 70% for PTSD and they paid me at 100% rate. Okay, so see, I'm not good at the acronyms. Independent medical opinion. That's what you get from an outside doctor. Independent medical opinion. Yes, indeed. I ain't gonna say it, but since you did it too, I gotta say something. So mental health conditions tend to fluctuate. They wing and wane. They can be they can be bad for a while, then you can get better. Unlike some physical conditions, you may not get better. It might be degenerative and you may get worse over time. So that's why sometimes they make mental health conditions temporary, either through a temporary 100% scheduler. They do that for veterans getting out of the military, or they do it in the form of IU, which I had. Now listen to me say, so 10% is the lowest for PTSD. I don't know if they've changed it yet. You know, the update It's coming. I don't know if they've done it. Have they changed it? They're supposed to do it this year. And the 0% rating is just you're service connected, but you don't receive any monetary compensation. Now, mental health, now if once they get rid of 0, every mental health rating will be compensatable. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Love say, thank you, J. Oliver Coasty. It's on my paperwork I received. Okay. So the first one, as we said, is mental health conditions. Let's talk about it. Now, fam, this is why I'm gonna need y'all help on something. I know one already, but we're gonna talk about this first. No pyramiding. We ain't talking about pyramiding schemes. No pyramidings. You can only get paid for one mental health condition. There are a couple of exceptions, and we're going to talk about that. One I know for sure. The other one I'm going to need your help on. I wasn't able to fully confirm. Thank you. So let's say you suffer from obsessive compulsive disorder, major depressive disorder, delusional disorder, bipolar disorder, and PTSD. These are all mental health conditions. You're only going to get paid for one. You may be service connected for all of them. But the most severe one is that you're going to get paid for. So let's say the obsessive compulsive at 10%, but the PTSD is at 70%, and all the other ones at 0 or 20%. They're not going to add them up because that's pyramiding. They're going to only pay you for the one that's the most severe. Tell me if I made sense when I said that. Now, let's get to it. No pyramiding. Do you understand? Put a yes in the chat if you understand what I mean by pyramiding. If you don't, put a no in the chat and we'll explain it more. See, this is a thing like makes sense to me from Kevin. But if it don't, because this took a while for me to understand it. So that's why I want other people. Let us know if it don't and tell me what don't make sense, because other people watch the recording. So does it make sense? You're only going to get paid for one mental health condition. There are a couple of exceptions. Come on, let's talk about it. Now, those exceptions involve physical manifestations of a condition. Okay, let's talk about it. Now, J. Oliver said yes. Betty says yes, you understand it. MG Smith, Kevin's understanding. He said makes sense. Now, Charleston, this is wonderful. Y'all are helping people. Now, listen to what Charleston say. Question: for PTSD, can stressors be pyramided? Separate censorship ships. No. Okay, so what happens is, let's say this is what they're going to say. I want you to follow me here. That these conditions, let's say you suffer from all these conditions, they'll say that they interact in ways that they can't be separated out. That's what happened many times. Okay, so if you suffer from PTSD and delusional disorder or paranoia or any form of psychotic disorder, they're going to say that those conditions interact in ways that make them hard for them to separate. They're going to say this on the DBQ. They're going to ask them the question, can you separate them out? They're going to say yes or no. Come on now, love say there. No one is a list. Different things, yes. 19 likes and 23 watching. Family, we doing this. That's why I wanted to get right into the information. And then Kevin say exactly. Now, love say, I feel they can be separate, depends, which is true. Now I'm going to explain. They can be separate in some situation. Even if they're separate, you're only going to get paid for the one that is the most severe. So let's say that your delusional disorder is more severe than your PTSD. Well, you're going to get paid for your delusional disorder, whichever one is the most severe. Let's say your PTSD is worse than your psychotic disorder or paranoia, you're going to get paid for the PTSD. Whichever one has the highest severity level is going to be the one to get the percentage. Not all of them are going to get a percentage. Kevin Scobarcy say, they did me like that. See what I'm saying? You may have, that's kind of unfair, because if you got all these conditions, you should be 100% if you got that many mental disorders, right? That means you're in bad condition. Now, exceptions. Traumatic brain injury. Traumatic brain injury does not just have psychological symptoms that mimic post-traumatic stress disorder and depressive disorder, but it also has neurological damage when it comes to memory, when it comes to migraines, when it comes to focusing in different things. So there's also an organic damage to the brain that makes it not just a mental condition, but a physical. But the VA don't like paying for both, but you're supposed to fight. If you have TBI and you have PTSD too, you're supposed to fight, or whatever other mental health condition you have. That now, here's why I need y'all help. Family, are we getting into it tonight? Fam, we in here ain't but 54 minutes. We getting through this information. That's why I want to do it this way, because I notice that people are more engaged if we get right into the information. Kevin says, I was diagnosed with PTSD and also with depression. I think I was diagnosed with depression, but I'm not service connected for depression. Depression is on my problems list at the VA hospital, but I'm not service connected for depressive disorder. Ain't that interesting? But what good would it do me when I'm already service connected for PTSD to fight for that when I'm not going to get compensated for it, huh? Because what PTSD at 100%, what other mental health condition get higher than 100%? Talk to me. Now, not if you already got 100% for one. MG Smith said, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. Remember that post-traumatic stress disorder is a anxiety disorder. Okay? Look into, if you were ever knocked unconscious, hit in the head, check and see. This is an exception to mental health ratings. This is not pyramiding. You can get TBI and other mental health ratings. And TBI does have, traumatic brain injury, does have some mental health symptoms and organic physical ones. Here we go. What about eating disorders? This is one I need your help on. I'm under the impression that you can get service connected for eating disorder and a mental health condition, even though eating disorders are a form of mental health problems, but it has physical ramifications in the fact that you may purge, throw up your food, or you starve yourself. Let me know, and somebody help me confirm that, whether or not you can have a rating for, let's say, like depression and anorexic, and be anorexic. You got PTSD and you have bulimia. Let us know, because bulimia is when you purge, you eat a lot of food and you throw it up. You purge yourself, and anorexic, when you starve, you stop eating as much food. Now let's see. So if y'all find any information on that, let me know. Now listen what our sister said. I tend to eat more when I'm depressed. Now I want to know, see, that's another thing, that when you get depressed, if you eat more, and if you develop sleep apnea as a result of, if you gain weight from that, that could be an intermediate step to adding sleep apnea secondary because of the weight gain, because you were depressed, you ate more. And if you gain weight as a result of that, that weight gain is not service connected, but it's an intermediate between depression and sleep apnea. Huh? Talk to me. I'm asking, I ain't trying to say you gain no weight for him, girl. Rebel, I don't want you to run me over with your horse. Because you retired now. You ready for some situations out there. I don't want no problems. Now, Charleston say, ain't right, not fair. While in service, you are under several stressors at different times, different events, location. Think about it. If one condition makes your life unbearable, one psychological condition, what do you think several would do if you got PTSD and psychotic disorder, PTSD, psychotic disorder, and major depression? Seem like they would want to give you more benefits because your life is less. That just don't make sense. It's like they're not recognizing all the stressors and symptoms and conditions that make your life unbearable to a degree. So Austin, I agree with that. Yes, indeed. Now listen, he said, that's why I filed for my sleep apnea. We're going to be going over secondary conditions to the conditions that you have. Y'all going to enjoy that. You see I had a thumbnail up already. So find out for me, somebody help me find out, can you have an eating disorder and be rated like, bulimia and being anorexic, and have get paid for that, and get paid for a mental health condition like PTSD, depression? Let us know. I'm thinking you can, but I'm not for sure. Now, number 2, here's the bulimia code. It's 9521. See if you find the one for that's the one for bulimia. When you purge, get over the toilet and purge yourself. Now listen what Betty Bob says. Veterans Affairs consider obesity or weight gain in context of disability claims. Okay. Specifically as an intermediate step under, see, she brought the law. Thank you for bringing the law of what I was saying. She backing me up, fam. Intermediate step under 38 CFR 3.310. So keep that in mind, farm girl. If your condition is causing you to do other things, some of that medication causes you to gain weight. Some of the depression, the PTSD will cause certain things to happen. You can actually get pain from having PTSD. We're going to talk about all the secondary conditions. That's going to be a long one. I might have to start with each section. Just do one, the secondary conditions for mental health, and because that's going to be a beast there. Now, musculoskeletal injuries. Okay, let's talk about it. Anybody in here had any injuries that were related to their skeleton or their muscles? If anybody in here put an M for muscles and an S for your bones, that's the scale, your bones, okay? M for your muscles, S for your bones. If you got both of them, put M, S for both of them, or M, comma, S. Let's see. Y'all getting out great information. Okay, now, here we go. Kevin say M for the muscles. Betty Bob say muscles and the skeleton. And then Farm Girl say skeleton, in particular her spine. And then he say H-Town muscle and skeletal. So the skeleton too. So it's affecting both. Fam, we talking about it. People are appreciating. So we talked about the mental health. The second one that's most likely to get reevaluated are these type of conditions. All right, they call in for reevaluation. Thomas say M and S. Okay, the muscles and the skeleton. Let's talk about it. Now, who in here have that neck pain? Huh? You have those pain in your neck and you've been having them. Okay, he say nerves. Okay. He say nerves. Okay, there you go, J. Oliver. Oh, I got it. I messed up, fam. Give me a second. We're going to get it back. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, if you're rated, look what she say. He say me, Kevin Kobar Sr. says me. Farm Girl say, I remember you saying you had these issues. Neck rated at 30%. I didn't know you can get such a high rating for a neck condition. Is it called cervical strain? Was that what they rated for? Is it a cervical strain? How do they document it when they put it in your service connected form, girl? Betty Bob, same with you, 10%. Anybody rated for their neck, either skeleton or the tissue around us. Say S, okay. The skeleton for my daughter. Okay. All right. Just been added. Okay. Man, y'all are teaching me some things here. Now listen to what our sister says. For those that are watching recorded, family, we want to go over information and give testimonials so these things can help you too, because I'm learning. So I know some of you that are watching live or recorded, this is helpful, even though you may not be interacting in the chat yet. After 5 days, you can. So stay subscribed. Don't be subscribing, then unsubscribe, because you'll never get to watch a program, because I'm always have a 5-day wait to keep the trolling down. Now listen what Farm Girl say. I just got an increase from 20 to 30% for degenerative disc disease with arthritis and insomnia. See, this is the thing. And I want to get, this is, you say, well, if this is something that's degenerative, it gets worse. Why are they able to reduce you so easy? Why is the second most reduced thing? Because it's the VA. And I'm explaining how slick they are with it. Now, Farm Girl Rebel says, my range of motion deteriorated as well. As long as your range of motion is less, they can't mess with you. Betty Bob say, I had an MRI for the cervical and brain, and I'm doing my DBQ for that. Family, y'all empowered. Because you got people saying, what's a DBQ? I know that's what I was saying when I say, what's that? Is that some kind of new Subway sandwich? Yeah, you know, I'm kind of a literal person back in the day. Kevin said, I was 40% for DDD and degenerate disc disease and was reduced to 20%. I am appealing this. Now, I'm going to ask you something later, but don't say nothing now, because I'm not going to ask you now. That's a powerful thing that you said. I got a question later. You almost got me about to spill a bag, Kevin Cobar Sr., and I ain't going to tell it all. Huh? I'm going to tell some and I'm going to keep some. Now, Jay Oliver say problems listed for next and Social Security Disability Insurance approved it. Come on now. Did you give them your x-rays to Social Security Disability? Jay Oliver say problem list for neck, but VA denied it. Now you want that problems list and you want showing that connection. Even when you show the connection, sometimes you got to pull that paperwork out, because if you just put in a big box of all your medical records, they may not look through all those records. Farm Girl Rebel say, Kevin, that sucks. Yes, indeed. He said, I am sorry. Kevin Colbert saying, yes, indeed. Because we want to see you get everything you're supposed to do. I'm going to tell you why that's important. Even when he gets his 100%, we want him to get an extra scheduler, right? And y'all be praying for Military Mike. We ain't heard from him. So he'll be coming back through it. We love him because he's been such a good support here. We appreciate him. Now, love say, Betty, but people, y'all be doing stuff in y'all personal life sometimes. Now, but Farm Girl Rebel, you should have a little more time to spend with us now. Did I throw that out? Did I throw the guilt trip in there? Let's move on. You see, I pivoted right quick. Farm Girl Rebel. Betty Bob. Love say, but I'm saying for my daughter brain MRI. Now, so you can use those MRIs as strong evidence. They can notice a lot of things there. Now, listen, Kevin Cobar Sr. says, Farm Girl Rebel, my lawyer is appealing this. I will get my 40% back, and I'm going to fight like hell for that 40%, for my 40%. Now, Jay Oliver said, yes, gave Social Security x-rays, MRI, and treatment records. Family, can you please take a picture of what Jay Oliver just said? If you want to get a rating for something, hold on. Let me come up on the full screen here. Please take a picture of that. He gave him his x-rays, his MRIs, and his treatment records. What else you got? That sounds like a fully developed claim to me. Huh? Especially if he shows it's already service connected. If not, if he has something showing a nexus, he's on top of the game. Now, Farm Girl Rubber says, good for you, Kevin. Fight. Now, Charleston say, H-Town, barbecue. Yeah, we always thinking about food. Isn't that sad? Texas, we we eat a little too much, you know. I got a little stomach here, but I got some stuff. But I'm just saying, man, everything's turns into food. That's why I could never have like candles that smell like food when I was little. Couldn't be around this stuff. Oh boy, is a cookout, barbecue ribs. You know what's up. You something else. Kevin say Betty Bops. I ain't going. Let me see. He said, laugh out loud. I have an early morning VA appointment in Minneapolis. Okay, now that's gonna be her new job. The VA appointments, and her other new job gonna be milking the goat. All that. Love say so true. H-Town. VA is not looking at all the medical records. That's why you need to pull your problems list out. Give it like this here. Nexus level, let her give it out. Don't put that in no big old pile. Something what a doctor said, something, you do it like I do it. Type it up, attach it to a supported claim form and extract that and let them see instead of being a big box. Come on, talk to me. Am I right? Tell me if I'm right. Real good, love. MG Smith says, H-Town, that's what I was thinking. But you said it more Air Force in here. Yes. Come on now. Family, this is why I say we be on top of it. We gonna get to everything. Betty Bob say, Jay Oliver, you gave me that you got approved through Social Security, disability insurance. How long did it take for the VA to do it? I asked for a updated problem list. Who've asked for an updated problems list? If you're trying to get an updated problems list, put the word update in the chat. Or put the check mark emoji. Put the check mark emoji in the chat or put the word update. If you ask for an updated problems list, meaning a list of everything that you're diagnosed with at the VA hospital. If you're not aware what a problems list is, it's all the things you're diagnosed with at the VA hospital. If you requested that or you've gotten an updated one, put update if you requested it. Put updated with a D on the end if you got it. Put updated. Put a D on the end of update if you already got it. The latest one. Come on. Say 1 year, 18 months, both. Okay. I hear you. Now let's get back to it, family here. We're doing good. Now, who have ever had to wear one of these braces? When you have the condition, so Jay Oliver is updated. So he has his. See, but me, H-Town, Kevin, we're trying to get ours. Our most up-to-date problems list. Because guess what? I'm going to kind of tell it right now since y'all here. Guess what God gave to me? Guess what that problems list could be a risk source of? Secondary disabilities. Huh? What if you got depression and you gain weight and sleep apnea is on there, but it's not service connected, but it's on your problems list. You already got diagnosis because it's on your problems list. You could file for it if you can show a connection between the depression and the intermediate, being the weight gain, and the sleep apnea. Come on now. Are we talking right here? Are we talking turkey? Now, MG Smith said he's updating his. Betty Bob say, thank you, Jay Oliver. Yes, y'all see, we bringing out the knowledge because nobody's trying to outdo each other. That's what the problem with expert trolls, not just one, just different people throughout the, internet. We're not trying to outdo each other. We're trying to learn from each other. I told you we are the experts. Didn't I tell you? Ain't no one expert. Farm Girl Rebel say, after spine neck surgery. Okay. Wow. Have you had it yet? Or are you about to have it? MG Smith said, yes. Yep. I or one when I was active duty. Okay. Real talk. Let's get into it. You wore one after active duty. Okay. Oh, you wore one after neck surgery. Farm Girl wore hers after neck surgery. He wore his after active duty. I don't know if I ever had one before. I don't know if I ever won. I had a brace on my leg. I used to do crazy stuff. MG Smith say, accident with a military vehicle, neck and back injury. I hope you're service connected for all that, brother. I hope you're service connected for all that. Do you remember what hospital you went through to? Find out all that. You might find other injuries and see what medications they gave you while you was in the hospital getting treated for these that wreck, that accident. Because guess what? I'm telling you, if any of the medications they gave you, you look them up and they have side effects, they will pay you. The VA will pay you for the side effects. I got a veteran 40%. He would have got 100 if he'd stopped bragging in the CMP exam. Can't help everybody. Love say, meeting other minds here, helping each other out. Yes, this is what it's all about. That's why people come in. Betty Bob say 19 likes, 22 watching. Hostess say updated. So he has his updated problems list. Good job. Some of us got waiting on it. Some of us need to start learn how to. I know me. Now I don't know about nobody else. I need to learn how to do it like y'all do it. Kevin Cobarcine say you can, and it depends on what area and what VA you at. VA regional office and all that. You can check on My Healthy Vet for your problems list. It may be updated. Okay. I'm gonna get rested on that. LL, love, real talk. Now, let's continue, family. We're getting through this. Oh boy. Now, if you have lower back pain, I want you to put this in the chat. I do. So this is another one that you can they can reduce you on because it's dealing with your muscle and scapular, the part of your back. Who has lower back pain? Put LB pain. Let us know. This is me. Now, what you need to do, Betty Bob's got it. Kevin, I'm amazed. Lower back pain, but not rated. Come on, we're going to talk about it here. MG Smith, lower back pain. How so many military people got lower back pain? How many? So many. I'm not service connected for it. Look at this. Betty Bob's lower back. I was reduced in 1997. See, so are we making it up that these conditions that we're bringing up, that they're most likely to get reduced? Am I making it up? The mental health, if you had temporary ratings. These, you can have a regular rating and they'll reduce you. And we're going to show you the trick that they use. Huh? Come on now. Thomas say lower back pain, not yet rated. Okay. Now look at Kevin, flat feet or carrying heavy packs. Oh, yes, indeed. What caused that lower back pain for you? Let us know, fam. What caused that lower back pain? This is another one that's easy to get a reduction in rating. Jay Oliver says, lower back pain in my problems list. Social Security, I approve, but VA denied. Come on now, let's talk about it. Fam, let's talk about it. Betty Bob say, I got that back. Okay. Charlton say, lower back pain cause of vehicle accident but first year after active duty. Okay. Okay. You say J.O. Gems. Okay. J. Oliver, Gems, Diamond. Now listen. M.G. Smith said fracture lumbar L3. So they have L3, I think it's L4. You can get L5. It depends on which vertebrae. That's what I'm thinking it is, right? L3, 4, and 5, severe degenerative arthritis, bulging disc. That's very serious, fam. That's very serious. Now, if anybody, let us know, put a car emoji in the chat. And I'm not trying to traumatize you, but if you were injured in a car wreck, it seemed like a few of you put a car emoji or the word car in the chat. If you were in a car accident or wreck, a vehicle accident while you in the military, put a car emoji or put the word car in there. Now listen to what our sister Farm Girl Rebel says. Mine is overcompensation from not being able. She was overcompensating for not being able to use my neck efficiently, as it is too stiff to turn in my vehicle or at my job. Now, let me ask you, your neck, your service connected for. So if your back starts to hurt because your service connected neck, that means your back is secondary to your neck condition, if that neck condition is service connected. Am I right? Tell me. So tell me how y'all injured your back. Betty Bob said it was on a ladder. How did you injure your back? Kevin said a car. M.G. Smith said a government vehicle. Okay. Hold on, let me make sure. Then Kevin Kobar Sr. say car accident and lifting heavy equipment. Kevin Kobar Sr. L4 S5. Okay, that's that lumbar. That's the. Now let's see, family. This is helping young people here. This is helping older people here. This is helping all of us, because by us sharing information, others who wouldn't know this, they're going to be watching this. Charleston said Kevin Colbert, but not drunk. Drugs never get hurt because of drinking. A nurse told me that at a crash when I was 10 years old. Yeah, sometimes a lot of the alcoholics and the people that's relaxed because their body don't stiffen up. Some of them survive. Now, because when you stiffen up, I think that make it easier for your body, bones to break and stuff. Farm Girl Rebel, and prayers to everybody that's lost a loved one in a drunk driving accident or any type of accident. Now, Farm Girl Rebel said, yeah, tried to get lower back rated, but it is deferred at the moment. So listen to this, Kevin Colbert Sr., even Farm Girl Rebel had a deferral right now. We've asked some of y'all this. We got new people. Who in here has a deferred claim right now? Who in here have a deferred claim? If you have a deferred claim right now, you can put deferred claim or DC in the chat. Who in here have a deferred claim? Come on now. Now let's see. Then we have Thomas Ruthless. I'm trying to pronounce that. Thomas R. I'm gonna call you. Lower extremity injury affects your back and problems going upward on your body. Also, it makes it worse. Betty say, Farm Girl, I hope you get it soon. I pray that she gets it too. She gets her. And then Kevin's talking about, he's talking to her about the you get the upper radiopathy and numbness and tingling. Yes, indeed. JR, secondaries. We're gonna be going over second. That's gonna be like a series. Kevin Colbert Sr. say deferred claims mental health. Yes, indeed. You did say your deferred claim. Anybody deferred claims in here? And tell us what it's for if you don't mind. Farm Girl Rebel say, yes, Kevin, I'm bilateral at 20% for each arm. What that mean is bilateral mean that bilateral, that actually adds up to 40%. If she got 20% for one arm, 20% for the other arm, that's a 40%. Tell me if I'm correct, Farm Girl Rebel. That's when VA math don't go into play. When it's bilateral, they give you the actual percentage. I think hers is about 40%. I know some people got it for their knees and their arms, so they got 10% on each, 10, 10, 10, and 10. So it adds up to 40%. They don't use VA math. She say correct. So if you got 20% on this one, if they say bilateral, that means you got 20 on this and 20 on that one. It does add up to 40%. Come on now. She confirmed it. H-Town, you're correct. All the ladies telling me I'm right for once in my life. Huh? Betty Bobs, thank you. Thank you, Farm Girl Rebel. Even the homies coming over. The big homie done told me. Huh? MG Smith said correct. And you say, Kevin say, okay, Farm Girl, cool. And let's see, I'm sorry for missing you, love. He said, what's a deferred claim? What would that say on the paperwork? It'll say that this certain condition is deferred. We went over it last night, watched the one from last night, and I'm sure they're going to help explain it to him in here. Now, let's continue, boy. Kevin say, plus the multiplier bilateral. Now y'all gotta tell me what a multiplier bilateral is. Family, we getting into it. See how oh man. Let me ask you, any of y'all going to physical therapy for your muscular and skeletal problems? I'll just say skeletal problems. Anybody that going and you seeking physical therapy, or you doing what they call that thing? Chiropractor. Anybody got a chiropractor in here? Put a Y in the chat. Now, like we say, it could be the tissue or it could be the bone itself. Who has a chiropractor in here? I want to know. I know we talk about the physical therapist, but I want to know who got a chiropractor. I want one. So come on, encourage. So Betty Bob's got a chiropractor, and Farm Girl got a chiropractor. Is it beneficial? Does it help? Is the hype worth it? Kevin says, I am chiropractor and acupuncture. I hear you, Marine. I bet you know how to do it. A lot of people know how to do that. You might. I'm not doubting that you are. Oh, even Thomas got a chiropractor. Now listen, if you had that ankle injury said into the tissue and the bone, and you a paratrooper, that's your service connection. It happened during service, and it's not just the effect that it has on the bone, it's also the effect it has on the tissue. Any scarring, but we'll get that a little later. Now, listen what Farm Girl say. I think it helps. I still get flare-ups, talking about the chiropractor, but I can shorten them up by getting in to see the chiro. Okay. Do they have any at the VA? Do they have chiropractors at the VA? Or they don't have any? Let us know. Now, Betty Bob say, yes, I have a chiropractor that does dry needling. See, I'm thinking about doing, when I go to see my doctor in the upcoming weeks, that's what I'm going to do. Now, Kevin Cobarcini say, I got a chiropractor and goes to acupuncture. I do get flare-ups often. Okay. Now, degenerate conditions. That's what we're talking about. Now, range of motion. We talked about range of motion. And that's what they're going to reduce you. based on your range of motion, maybe. They might, I ain't gonna say it right now. Y'all gonna get upset when I tell you something here real soon. Now, remember, like with your ankle, range of motion, you can only get 10 or 20%. Now, let's see. MG Smith say, H-Town, epidural, radio frequency, ablations, pain medications, even 3 months or as needed. Okay. Betty Bob, Charles said Betty Bob should make. Do they use electroshock devices? Now they got what they call them TENS units where they'll shock your muscles. Do they use anything with more electricity than that? Jay Oliver say they have physical and occupational therapy at the VA. I've taken both and they were good. One lady was kind of mean, a younger lady. She tried to act nice the first day. Then the next time she was real nasty. Like, you know how some people act like they were trying to get to know you, then they start acting rude. And she twisted my body in one way. Boy, it hurt so bad. And when I came back, I said, don't you move me like that this time. Say, that was real mean what you did. But other than that, I've had very good experiences with occupational. It's occupational therapy. And what's the other one? Occupational and another. I took both of them. Betty Bob say, I did acupuncture for migraines, was making my migraines worse, so I had to stop. Well, acupuncture, do they stick you in the head? Coasty say, yes, he used a chiropractor. Now, here we go. Betty Bob says, MG Smith, does that help or health? Now, here we go. Kevin Cobarsini said, Betty Bob's, my lure, it does work. Either I got muscle relaxers. Okay. Now, let's get into it, fam. Let's keep going. We're doing very wonderful here. The third one, now we talked about the first one, which is mental health. Then we talked about what muscles and the skeletons, the conditions that are affected, that are likely to be reduced. Now we're going to talk about respiratory conditions, okay? Let's talk about it. Does that mean health? Now, okay. Now, let's talk about respiratory conditions. This for those that are on sleep app machines. Even though you can get a higher rating, I don't know if they changed it yet. They are the third thing that's most likely to be reduced in respiratory conditions like that, and asthma and things like that. Now, listen, reevaluated to assess the effectiveness of treatment and their impact on the veteran's ability to perform work and perform daily activities. Who've ever taken that device where you blow into it? I always feel inadequate when I do it. Betty Bob say, no Charleston Zimmerman, no electricity. No electric. Oh, yeah, sir. He ready to get shocked. Jay says he gonna come out with his hair standing up like that, looking like Don King. Jay Oliver say, I think utilizing the virtual therapy may be a better way to do therapy and track it without the VA putting notes in your records. Yes, indeed. Family, we got 26 people watching. Family, you telling me we're not doing it right? Come on now. Now, MG Smith said, Betty Bob, yes, my pain is not as severe because I'm on a regular schedule with my doctor. What is a regular schedule with your doctor? Is that every month, 3 months, 6 months? What is that? Let us know what that looks like for you, my brother. Listen to what MG Smith says. RS Medical has a real good TENS unit, meaning a thing you can put on, it can do electrodes and help with the pain. 8 electrodes. It will make you river dance. Oh, man. Oh, man. Fam, we doing it tonight. Now listen to what our brother says here, Kevin Cobar Sr. I have sleep apnea, but I have more daytime sleepiness. I am more tired, more than even it gets worse. Yes, indeed. I've been having problems with that too. We have 21 likes and 25 watching. Thank you that are watching this live right now and recorded. Thank you. Farm Girl Rebel says, Jay, I have been using virtual physical therapy for much of the same reason. Now listen to Charleston said, H-Town, I was born with hair standing up, so became a Navy electrician, mate. This dude got jokes. Now, MG Smith says, you crazy, Charleston. I don't know what to say about you, man. Should have been a comedian. I go in every 3 months, each town, or I call up and they will get me in as needed. Now, Betty Bob say, Kevin Cobar Sr., I have the same problem with my sleep apnea. If you have sleep apnea in the chat, can you put, don't put SA, just put sleep, put sleep. Cause we don't put the initials because it means something else. Put sleep apnea in the chat if you have sleep apnea. I do, so I put it in there. If you have sleep apnea, you can put the words, put something showing sleep. Put a sleep emoji in the chat. Some showing Z's and sleeping or something. If you have sleep apnea, put sleep or sleep apnea in the chat. So Betty Bob's, H-Town, Kevin, Farm Girl Rebel, I hear you. Love got sleep apnea. Now that's making a lot of us. Let us know. So these conditions, that's what we're talking about. Put a bed. That means she got sleep apnea. Put some emojis in there. Fam, we doing this thing. These are respiratory issues. Number 4, auditory issues or conditions. Let's talk about it. Who in here have done a hearing test? If you had done a hearing test, put an H. Oh, don't put an HT. That's gonna be. I guess you put HT for H-Town. Hearing. Put an H test because you put H. If you done a hearing test, put a hearing test or H test in the chat, and let us know what it's for. Was it a hearing of what tinnitus? Okay, Farm Girl Rebel did one for tinnitus. Then Kevin Cobar Sr. hearing test. And then H-Town had a hearing test a long time ago. MG Smith said, just did one last week to get my new hearing aids. Now, once you get the new hearing aids, that's why we saying you can be reduced. Did they reduce you or will they reduce you? So Charleston Zimmerman said hearing test. He did a hearing test. Kevin Cobar, he say tinnitus. Now listen to Betty Bobs. She's still talking about what we was talking back then. Y'all can keep talking about the ones we did talk about too. I did get a sleep apnea machine from my insurance company with beep noise piece. I can wear anything around my head or my face. So she can, I can't. I'll fight with it. Because when I don't know, I'm just a fighter when stuff is on my face. Now, you did that hearing test. Were you able to get service connected? Were you able to use that as evidence? Let us know. Thomas R says, hearing test going for an increase soon. Already rated for tinnitus. I hear you. You can use that to get secondary conditions too, my brother. MG Smith says, yes, it was the hearing loss and tinnitus. They said no changes. Okay. Now listen to Brother Charleston. Sit back and peep game. Brother Charleston say, my hearing loss, 0%, service connected. So he is a disabled veteran. Got hearing aids last week. Do they come with batteries Do you charge them? Are they wireless? I just would love to know how that works. Now, Betty Bob say, sorry, I can't wear anything around my face or my head. What about the one in the nostrils? What about the one where you just stick it in your nostrils? That sleep app machine. My migraines are that bad. I can lay down. My bed is in a sitting position. My Lord, prayers for you. I know you have it, sister. You catch it. Jay Oliver say he had a hearing test, did 5 in all last year for IU, TDI, tinnitus, hearing loss, error, and high level review. Come on, Jay Oliver. Now, fam, y'all are really participating. Y'all are active. This is what keep people coming. Charges 3 days worth of reserve power. Okay. 3 days. Wow. That's good. 3 days of reserve power for something so small. Now, does your hearing aids look anything like this? Or this is just kind of different? Now, let's talk about auditory conditions and reevaluation. We told you what they were, right? We told them tinnitus and hearing loss. And we talked about the treatments, right? Now, reevaluated, especially if the veteran hearing has changed or if there has been new treatment available. That's what I'm concerned, that the new treatment is, you say yes. The new treatment is you getting your hearing aids. Do you get an automatic reduction if you have hearing loss and you get the hearing aids? Don't they automatically reduce you? Let us know. You say yes, so these similar to the ones you got, I guess. But let us know. Put a 1 in the chat if they automatically reduce you once you get the hearing aids if you're having hearing loss. Say, H-Town, the hearing aids are rechargeable. Okay, thank you. Thomas says yes. Charles say yes. Okay. Fam, y'all are getting into it. We getting into it. These are likely to be reduced. Uh-oh, we went over the 4. Now, did we go over the 4? What was the first one? Mental health conditions such as PTSD, depression, even eating disorders. And we talked about others. And no pyramiding. You can only get paid for one mental health condition. We talked about the ones that affect your physical and muscular body, the injuries, and how they can be reduced. We talked about auditory, right? And we talked about those dealing with respiratory, and these are easy to be reduced. He said, I am safe 0%. Well, you got to have that 0% for 10 years for you, because you could lose your service connection altogether. No reduction for me. Okay. So you got the hearing aids and they didn't reduce you. And our brother Charles said, I'm at 0%. He said, I've been down so down. Where can he take me? The right away. Let's see what Betty Bob says. I had the new sleep mask that is a magnet on the nose and is that magnetic? Is a magnetic on the nose and the hose is connected to it. It is called the bleep mask. That's interesting. Sounds like a infomercial. So the insurance company sent a sleep app machine. They said the VA was not working. Okay. The right way. No reduction for MG Smith. So that's good. Now, do you have more than a 0% rating? Let us know. Because sometimes, let's talk about the bonus condition. What do y'all think? What condition you think after the 4 we talked about that's most likely to get reduced? What would be the last one? Let's get some mind. What y'all think it would be? What y'all think it would be? Now listen to MG Smith. You can't wear the hearing aids 24/7. I didn't know that. So you got to take them off even when do you take them off? When you have an argument with your spouse? I'm just joking. When do you take them off? Betty Bob say, I had 0% for 32 years. That's a long time, sister. Now, Kevin Cobar Sr. say mental health. So he think it's mental health. But we already went over mental health, so it ain't that's going to be one of the ones we didn't go over. What's the fifth one? Mental health was the first one. Okay. MG Smith says, hearing loss 10%, tinnitus 10%. Okay. Say to shower. Okay, you don't wear them shower. They're not waterproof, I'm assuming. Now, Charleston say, when you're going through a car wash, you have to take them off. MG Smith, they said, not while mowing lawn, not wet, shower, or swimming. Okay, don't wear them shower or swimming. Okay, don't wear them to the shower. That's what Jay Oliver's saying too. The batteries usually last around 10 hours, but can sleep in them. Okay, let me ask you this here. What kind of batteries do they have? Is it rechargeable? Is it real small batteries? And you can't wear them in the shower. Charleston is correct. Okay. Now here's the bonus. We told you 4. This is another one that get reduced too. Come on, let's talk about it. What is it? Scars. Why would scars get reduced, family? Give me some ideas of why you think scars might be reduced. Scarring. Why would scarring be reduced? Would they reduce your rating for scarring? Say they're rechargeable, the earplugs. This is really wonderful how this is overlapping. Let us know what your answer is to that. Give me one moment. I'm going to step away. Y'all go ahead and get your chat on, and I'll be right back. Thank y'all for your patience. Let's see what we're interacting up in here. Let's see. Fam, thank you so much. Let's see what y'all said about the scarring. Got a napkin in my hand. Let's see. I have painful scars. Now, this is interesting. I never thought about it. All scars don't heal. You saying that some scars can be painful? How is that so? Please, that's interesting. Will they pay you for the pain related to the scars? This is very interesting that you said that, Kevin. Betty Bob's, why did it take so long? Just curious. MG Smith say, Charleston, did you get the Octagon? Cause scars are cool for men, I guess. Lord, you don't want to see all the scars I got on me. Man, I fell off bikes. I did it all. I did all the boy stuff. I got some tomboys up in here too. Now, Jay Oliver says, no longer painful or reduced movement. Okay, yes. That you can get reduced if it's not affecting you as bad, or if the scar gets smaller. Interesting. Let's talk about it. Charles say, MG Smith, yes. Auto icon, but not with the Bluetooth. I did want that. Oh, okay. So y'all talking about those hearing aids. Interesting. Anybody got a service connected from scarring? Give us the percentage. Now, Charlton say probably. Jay Oliver say Charlton probably would put a teach me how to Dougie that over this scar. Oh boy, y'all something else. MG Smith say Charlton, I gotta go next week to get my new ones. Talking about the hearing aids. There are different brands. Can't remember what they are, but they're similar, still rechargeable. Let me ask you this about the hearing aids. Is it like the eyeglasses? If you get the more fancier ones, you got to pay a deductible. Let us know. You got to pay for whatever over a certain amount, or are they all free when it comes to hearing aids if you're service connected? Farm Girl Rebel said, my scars has always been 0%. Okay. Thomas scars 0%. Who has more than a 0% for scars? Now, Kevin Colbarcini say, I had elbow surgery for my ulcer. I think ulnar nerve, and it's painful every night. I go to bed. Okay, because it's connected to the nerve. Okay. Say it was for free. So he got his hearing aids for free. Thomas did. Now, MG Smith saying, know your service connection for that condition. You service connected for that condition. Okay. Now, Betty Bob says, LL denied. That was for my mouth surgery I had in the military for the corrective bite. Okay. I submitted another DBQ from the surgery December 24, 2024. Hardware failure infected my mouth. See, this is serious stuff, Seemed like I should be able to file one based on my failed implants. Now, let's continue, family. Now, what about scars with stitches on them? Because if you have a severe opening, should you get paid more with the stitch holes? And it takes longer, I'm assuming, for many of those scars to heal, and you should be getting paid more based on where the scar is, if it's visible or not. Come on. Or the scar has a pain, or the scar tissue. Who've ever had problems with scar tissue? Now listen to what our brother said here. Brother Charlton Zimmerman said, free with 0 hearing loss. I just wanted one for tinnitus. They got mad So got both. They didn't like that, huh? They thought you were beating the system, getting those double hearing aids. Now, did you get that machine where you can listen and you don't hear the ringing in your ears? Now, Betty Bob say all surgeon did a DBQ for the surgery, and I submitted pictures, and it showed the screws in the tooth. H-Town, I sent you the pictures. Yeah, I saw it. Oh, most definitely I saw it. Woo. My sister, I wasn't eating at the time. That's real there. Now, do they have laser surgery for the scars? And have the VA ever recommended you to get the laser surgery? And if the scar is done away with, will you get reduced? These are things to consider now. And I don't know if they'll do the laser surgery. I'm just curious. Charleston, you cracked me up, brother. Yes, indeed. Family, we doing it right. Oh, here's a major one, fam. Can you get acne and things like that while you're in the military? I'm assuming you can, especially the chemicals. He say, Betty Bob say her scar hurt. If your scar hurt, put the word pain in the chat. If you have scars and they hurt, put the word pain in the chat. Or hurt, put hurt in the chat. Put hurt in the chat if your scar hurt. Now, when it comes to scarring, I want y'all to listen. All right, and I appreciate you. Pain, she has pain from her scar. Now, hold on, let me move this here. So when it comes to scarring, reevaluate the severity of the scar, as they can change over time in terms of size, the amount of pain you feel from it, and the functional impact. Those are the three factors that they consider if they're going to reduce your rating for scarring. And she says she still feels pain. All right. Betty Bob say, my scar hurt, pain. MG Smith say pain, rather not say whether it's that. So don't say nothing. So if it's something you got active claim or you worrying about them people, this is a public platform, don't put it out there. Just that's why I say only if you feel comfortable, real talk. But if you see like this young lady, she was able to get treatment. What's some good treatment for acne? Somebody let us know. Because I got a couple of family members and friends that have acne. What's some good cover for it? All right, now. Okay, hold on. I got to take it away because I want to make sure I ain't. Oh, yeah, I almost did it, friend. I almost told on myself. So now I got a question for y'all. It's trivia time, family. Are you ready to hear from H-Town? First, before we answer the question? We got a little more information. We're going to tell you how not to be concerned about it, how to protect yourself if they try to reduce you. We're going to do that. Did we answer the question? It's on the screen now. What service-connected VA disabilities are reevaluated for reduction the most? Did we answer the question? Put some up in the chat. Let us know which ones you remember. What conditions did we talk about? Did we answer the question first? Yes or no? Did we answer the question for tonight? Let us know. Now, so Jay Oliver says, benzoyl peroxide, it's been good for me. And then Love H-Town, did you ever get a bug zapper? Just curious. Not yet, but I need one for the back. They haven't been cutting up, but I shouldn't wait until they start cutting up. Did we answer the question tonight? Fam, here go the question. What service-connected disabilities are reevaluated for reduction the most? That's a good thing to know, ain't it? MG Smith say we answered the question. No, I don't have the zapper yet. But he says yes. We answered that question. Love say we answered the question. If we didn't, let us know. We're gonna try to clear it up. Jay Oliver say we answered the question. Charleston said yes, mental health was number one. And Kevin says yes, sir. So what good is of us having a live stream if I clickbait you and tell you, give a question? And I must be honest tonight. Can I be honest? I'm gonna be honest with y'all tonight. I'm always honest with y'all, but I'm gonna be straight. Betty Bobs, yes. Jay Oliver, PTSD and mental health, and Kevin Kobarsi and mental health. You know, the questioning on the thumbnails, Mr. International gave me that. So I thank him for that. Even though he trolled, he did do that, and I appreciate you for doing that. And on that note, the good things you did, thank you. Regardless of whether your motives were good or that they was good in the beginning, I really appreciate you saying to put things in the form of a question. And I thank you for that, okay? You know, that you still that money, if you're gonna come up here, you better come up with a bag. It's getting close to $1,000, so I probably ain't gonna never see. You better just hide in the shadows and pretend to be other people. But thank you for that. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna give honor where honor is due, because that was a good thing, you know, and I really appreciate that. That's why you should never mess up when you get somebody respect. You should never mess that up, because you know people, you know, appreciate you. But if you don't value people, you can just say anything. You can play in their face. But you learn something. I ain't your dad, am I? You can't talk to me any kind of way. I got my own stuff. You can't talk to me any kind of way. You learned, didn't you? Sitting there crying in the corner some way. Yeah. But thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Isn't that funny? I can check somebody and thank them. Don't play with me. Play with your mama. Yeah, I'm good. I would have been nice and cool all along, but when they start checking me, playing with me, we don't. Where I come from, that's not cool. We gonna let you know on the slow, because we Southern folk. So we answered the question. Betty Bob says yes. Now Jay Oliver say PTSD and mental health. Kevin Coburn said mental health. Was there anybody remember? Now I want to ask you this question. Are y'all ready for the question? Family, you wait around, and I got a serious question that might blow your mind. Some of you, I've answered this question once or before, I think. I brought up the issue. Betty Botts, 21, but it's only if the mental health condition is temporary, like a temporary 100% or IU, individual unemployability temporary. Okay. Now, love say mental health too. Thank you, love. Now, here's the question. And thank y'all for y'all saying we answered the question. Now, here's the other question. Get ready. Y'all ready? Can a VA disability be reduced without a reevaluation? That's yes or no. Can any VA disability be reduced without an evaluation? Talk to us. Yes or no? Okay. Betty Bob says tinnitus, mental health, sleep apnea. Thank you. Kevin Cobarcini says no. MG Smith say no. I want y'all on the record, fam. Come on. Just guess. If you don't know, it's okay. Just guess. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. I just need a yes or no right now. Yes or no. No, not dealing with fraud. Not dealing with fraud. No. Thank you for saying yes, fraud. Not dealing with fraud. Not dealing with fraud. Good one, but not dealing with fraud. No, good one. Smart. Can it be reduced legitimately? And you didn't do no fraud. Glad you brought that up. Without fraud. Yes. We got so many no's. Let us know. Can a VA disability, you didn't gain it by fraud, you gained it the legitimate way. Can a VA disability be reduced without them sending you to an examination? Love, say no. All right. So we're going to give you the answer. I'm going to let y'all keep answering it, fam. Keep answering. Keep answering it. Let's see. Jay Oliver say no. Then Betty Bob say yes, it was done to me in the 1990s. Hold on. She said it was done to her. Interesting. H-Town's gonna teach you what ain't nobody else teaching you. You understand? See, let's get to it. Come on, y'all ready to do it? Let me get this banner off of here. Let's get back to it. I want you, when I go to the next page, look at number 4. This is my own words. If you watching this live recorded, you better listen to me, because sometimes I know what I'm talking about. You ready? Look at in the lower right-hand corner. Can a VA disability be reduced if without reduced without a reevaluation? That's what I meant to put. Sorry about that. Yes, if the reduction does not affect the veteran's overall VA rating. So if you were 100% and they reduced you for your back, and that's a common one, they take you from 30 down to 15 or 10% or whatever it take you to, but it doesn't affect your overall rating, they can do that without sending you to an examination. I've seen it happen. That's what Betty Bob's talking about. Now, I don't know her circumstance or situation. Are you listening to me? Huh? I didn't know that till I saw it happen to someone. Come on now. Who told you this? Who told you your hair was nappy? Who told your skin was too dark? Who told your lips was too big? I'm quoting Malcolm X now. Look what they saying. Wow. See, H-Town got this here stuff, man. Somebody told the other day, kind of hit me. I said, I'm going to start throwing out little gems like this here. It's a cold game. Do y'all understand? Let me tell you why they did him like that. They did him like that because he was 100% permanent total for PTSD, and he had a 30%, whatever, 30 around 30. I don't know what percentage off of back, but he's about 30 or 40% for his back. He went in for Social Security. That's the judge that got reprimanded for saying crazy stuff to him. They must have contacted the VA because while he was going for his Social Security, the VA reduced his back from 30 to 15 or 10% or something like that. Huh? Who say they not talking to each other? So now, while he's trying to get his Social Security, they look and say, well, the VA said you got reduced, so your condition ain't that bad. You tell me they're not talking to each other, the VA and Social Security. Come on now. After the judge got reprimanded. Did you hear what I said? He said, that's a cold game. Kevin Colbart Sr. said, wow. MG Smith said, wow. Then our brother says, H-Town digs the dirt. Yes. Huh? You got to go down. See, when I dumpster dive, I like to go to the bottom. All the good stuff is at the bottom of the dumpster. Huh? That's where the good stuff is. Now, Kevin Colbart Sr. say, wouldn't that hurt him for SMC? Not necessarily so. If he, I forget. I don't think he had. Did he have? He wasn't 60% for the second condition. He was about 30 or 40%, whatever the rating is for backs. But I remember they reduced him. And they say this does not, and they put on the paperwork. This does not affect your overall rating. And he didn't go to no CMP exam. Huh? He couldn't fight it. Huh? I guess he could have, but it's done. He'd have to open up a new claim. Who wants to open up a new claim or fight it while you already got this, still got your 100%? Slick, ain't they? And he wasn't really losing nothing like SMC. They saying cold, cold. I'm telling you. See, I've helped enough people that I've seen all type of things happen. See, all these people talking, I'm telling you what's real. Now, if you can prove what I say to be wrong, let me know. Betty Bob say it happened in 1997. They reduced my rating from 10 to 0%. Looked up PCOS and never got the denial letter. Huh? I looked through the denial letter on Blue Button. Look how long that was. Huh? I was trying to keep her from telling it because I knew it was gonna be somebody in here who went through that. So let's go over all of it now. Come on, let's recap. What's some of the takeaways when it comes? The impact. Remember the key thing, look at the images to your left. The key thing is reevaluations. They're looking for clinical evidence that show that your severity level has decreased. They're not calling you in for no reexaminations because your severity level has gotten worse, so they have to pay you more. They trying to see if they can decrease you. Huh? Come on, let's talk about it. Come on, let's see what my sister Betty Bob say. She say, look up polycystic ovary syndrome. It does not appear and it does not disappear, and that even causes mental health problems and hormone problems. Sorry for butchering the term. Mental health to a lot of female issues, infertility. Yes, indeed, for indeed. See, fertility issues can have a secondary, seem like that you could have a secondary depression to that. Huh? Now listen at the top. Individual circumstances. What effect you getting reduced based on your condition that's on the list of the 5. It was 4, but I added at the bonus. The scars was the bonus. The 5 conditions that are most likely to get reduced. It depends on your individual circumstances. Can we talk? I'm gonna have to come bring my face on this so y'all can see me. All right. Can you see the writing? If you can see the writing, give me a thumbs up. If you can see the writing, if not, I'm gonna put it full screen. So remember, when they do the reevaluation, they're measuring your severity level. Now, individual circumstances, okay? Frequency of reevaluations depend on the specific details of each veteran's case. So your case is unique, okay? Including the nature of the disability, meaning what disability you got, its severity, and the potential for improvement. Some conditions are more likely to improve than others. Our brothers say, yes, indeed. We're going to have to do something, Betty Bob's, on female fertility and other female issues that we talked about. We're going to have to get into that. We did something kind of going over it before, but we need to go into detail. Jay Oliver say, also bipolar disorder related to PCOS. Come on now. Thumbs up. You can hear me, Gary. Everybody show love to Gary. Now, look at the second one. All right. These are takeaways you got from dealing with these situations where you can get reduced for certain disabilities, are more likely to get reduced based on the nature of them. Number 2, evidence-based decisions. Reevaluations are based on medical evidence. Listen, if they're going to reevaluate you, if they're going to reduce you, they're going to have to reduce you based on medical evidence to show that your condition has not just improved, there was substantial improvement. Are y'all starting to get the words down that I say? Not just that it was substantial improvement, that substantial improvement was continuous improvement. Am I making sense, fam? Let me know. This is the word that you use when they tell you we're reducing you based on one exam. No, that's not continuous improvement. That is just one time that a doctor saw it. Send me to another doctor. I'm gonna go get my another DBQ by a private doctor, outside doctor. And if it's just a little improvement, that ain't enough to reduce you. If it wasn't happening, even if it's significant, if it's not happening continuously, you good just that 1 week, and next week you're not. You don't see that CMP doctor but one time. How he know what you're going through? The doctor that see you all the time, the lawyer that see you know more about you than they do. Huh? Man, if they don't, man, go sit your country self down somewhere, man. Now listen. The third thing, veterans' right to appeal. You don't have to put up with it. You can put your rebuttal in. You know H-Town have done it before when it came to the apportionment. Huh? They talking about they's going to go through all my records. They wanted access to all my properties, all my stocks, bonds, if I had any. Not saying I do or not. Everything. And my spouses, if I had a spouse. So what does a non-military member got to do with apportionment or like child support that I supposed to face? You see how deep this is? Come on now, fam. Now you got a right to appeal. I show you how. Watch my video on that. Now listen, right to appeal. Veterans have a right to appeal any decision made by the VA, including reevaluation outcomes. Now, when you get a decision when they're going to reduce you for like prostate cancer, that you can't fight that, other than you have new material evidence to show that your condition is bad. They're going to reduce you on the prostate when they remove the prostate, but you can get it back real quick. We got him back. He was 80% with the residuals, and we got him back to 100% real quick within a few months. Well, after they found his paperwork because they had lost it. Now listen what they said. They say you can hear Garrison salute. Family, am I bringing it home tonight? Are we bringing it home tonight? Now Kevin Kobarsin say, that's what my lawyer said exactly. What did your lawyer say? Because I've been talking. Let me know. Now listen. Let me know what he said, Kevin. Betty Bops, you are born with the PCOS. VA don't care. But if they aggravated whatever that is, they supposed to take care of it. I have VA DBQ increase from my private doctor, now including weight gain, insulin resistance, and I am on hormone therapy, and it is not working. No private doctor. Come on now. Vin Oliver says, thumbs up. You see how the family keep coming back? Because we putting out this information like nobody else can. Not just me. You go back and watch this for those that have just came in to the broadcast. Go back and watch all the knowledge that's been dropped. I was taught something. You know what I'm saying? Jay Oliver is not my bus driver. I want you to be clear. I don't remember him when I was going to school, driving the school bus. He's not my bus driver, but he took me to school at night. You understand? You understand? Now, listen. Charleston says VBA holds all the cards. And they don't tell us their little trump card that they can reduce you and without you having a CMP exam. I'm about to go back over that again. Let's go over number 4 again. Sorry for putting that if in there. That was an error. Number 4, I proofread mostly, but every once in a while something getting through. Can a VA disability be reduced without a reevaluation? And the answer is yes, if the reduction does not affect the veteran's overall VA rating. So if you were 70% before if they're going to reduce you and it's not going to affect your percentage rating, they'll reduce you for that one and it don't affect it. And they did that with somebody I knew. They were 100% for PTSD and about 30 or 40% for whatever the ratings are for the back. And they reduced them down to 15 or 10%. But it didn't affect his overall rating because he was already 100% for PTSD. And they didn't send him to no evaluation. They just sent him a letter saying, we reduced you. Did you hear what I said? Huh? Now, if anybody tell you anything different, they lying. All right, Betty Bob say 23 likes, 21 watching. We had as many as 26 up in there. Now, Betty Bob says private doctors, we are going on the third therapy because nothing is not working. So the max for PCOS is 30%. Now, Kevin Cobart Sr. says, my lawyer said that they can appeal the rating reduction and can win to get my 40% back. That's what I'm talking about. 40% back for your back. Come on, family. Let's talk about it. And then remember, our big concern when it comes to these reductions is the reduction anxiety, because we don't even want to file for increase for fear of being reduced. That's the image to the lower left-hand corner. All right. And they're talking. Now, somebody talk about the residuals in secondary. Come on, let's see it. Come on, fam. Always use your clinical evidence. This is your medical evidence as your weapon, as the tip of your spear. Okay? Any medical records or evidence that support a claim, a veteran's claim. So this is your weapon to keep them from reducing you. You're always getting evidence. Don't stop getting evidence. Let me tell you, as me being on this earth, do you know I recorded somebody disrespecting me today at Waffle House? I started recording before I walked in there because they don't expect you to already be ready. I didn't know the person gonna be rude. They started mocking me, and Waffle House don't have where you can call them no more. You can't call back up to the restaurant to talk to the manager or call them. They want you to put it on paperwork so they can document you and cover themselves and give that person a chance to clean up what they did. Huh? Come on now. Now, the evidence, so always have evidence. The evidence can be medical test results and x-rays, of course, hospital records, the statements from friends and families. It also can be pictures are worth 1,000 words, private medical records, military personnel records, but you need to specify the ones that are the most significant. You just don't throw them a stack of papers. Don't do that. VA hospital records, supporting and lay statements, nexus letters, and public DBQs, medical opinions. Come on now. Now our brother say question. Let's see what our brother Charleston question is. Now y'all saw how I did the troll. I lifted him up and then chopped him up again. Cause he gonna pay. You gonna be my example of what a village idiot does when you in this place. You around a real producer, somebody handling their business. And look, we got competent people up in here. We're drawing competent people. We don't need nobody acting like a buffoon, trying to show how smart they are. We here to learn. Now, Charleston say question. Can Form 21-10210 lay witness statements be a doctor's statement? Yeah, you can have that, but you want a doctor to really do it on. If you have a doctor do a statement, you want to do it on DBQ or Nexus letter. You want that to be more official because you need their credentials on there. You understand? You prefer the doctor to do it on the Nexus letter if they're going to show service connection. If they're going to do a full evaluation, they need to be evaluating you more than at one time. You need to go through several evaluations and talk to them in therapy. And boy, won't that be weight? Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me, family, if y'all got any other opinion, because it can be, but you better have their credentials. It ain't a lay statement. This is a professional statement, so it needs to be done on disability benefits questionnaire or a nexus letter needs to be generated, showing a connection between your military service and the current condition. Remember, I repeat the word current, not I used to have PTSD. Now, Betty say, J. Oliver, there is 21-5 on the PCOS. VA denied it. Claim that it doesn't cause weight gain and mental issues. So they say, fam, or we getting it? We 2 hours and 30 minutes, but we covering it. Didn't we go in solid, family? Did we go in solid with it tonight? Come on now. That public DBQ has the same weight of a CMP exam from the VA. So don't wait. If they proposing to reduce you you should have been get all your treatment records that you've been getting that show the severity level has gotten worse. And in addition, you go get you a public DBQ for the condition that you have. Make sure the doctor has all your medical file to look over. Huh? We just had 29 people in their family. We almost got up to 30 people. They can't stay out of here. We're at 25 now. They can't stay out of here because they want to know what H-Town talking about. They want to know what kind of people H-Town got in this fold. I got the best, most competent chat. Huh? They don't come just to learn. They come to teach me something. Huh? Now, as the old Baptist preacher would say, it's getting gooder and gooder. Now, listen. Betty Bob said we got 25 likes and 25 watching. Fam, it's all good. Now, let's see what Gary say. Question. Let's see what Gary's question is. Family, I told you we was going to slow walk this thing. You know when we went wrong? When you stopped believing in me. You got to listen. We're going to make this thing right. Gary Walker says, question. What's the sense reasoning the VA decreased a medical issue if and when it doesn't impact a veteran's overall rating for 100%? Great question. Great question. What sense does it make? Why don't they just leave it alone if it ain't going to affect the overall rating? Why would they waste their time when they're backlogged on other claims for people who are losing their homes, losing their marriages because of their financial situation, having stress in their lives, can't properly provide for their children, but they got time to reduce somebody it's not going to even impact their rating. You know why they do something like that? My grandmother, my big mama told me. I said, why wouldn't they just leave it alone? She said, because it's too much like right. Why won't the trolls just come in there or just stay away or just come in and try to learn, just be quiet? Because that's too much like right. They must always be the center of attention because they've been failures everywhere else in their life. And the VA is one of the biggest failures. Why? They can't balance their own books. The VA can't even, I showed you the video. They don't know how much money they got and how much money they blew. They told the VA they told the Congress that they needed $3 more billion. Was about 12 or 15 billion. They said, oh, we don't need it now. They said, what happened? Oh, we can't explain it. But they know how to count our coins and what not give us. So they all loose with the money that the Congress give them and the federal government, but they count every penny given to us. Tell me if that makes sense. Huh? Shouldn't they try to get the budget together so they could get our money right and they wouldn't have to be penny pinching us? That's too much like right, my grandmother said. Huh? People rather do it the hard way. We gonna drag them. And listen, Betty Bob say, I'm using 2 doctors for my cervical and migraine DBQ filing. Make sure it's done on the right benefit, DBQ. Please make sure it's done on the right DBQ, okay? Remember, public DBQs and CMP exam DBQs have the same weight. regardless what the VA say. You can do a public DBQ and the VA will still send you to a CMP exam to do a DBQ. What is that called? What is it called when you got all the evidence that you need to complete the claim, but the VA keep asking you for more evidence and they send you to another exam when you already have a sufficient exam? That's called what? 3 words. Claim what? Claim. What is it called when they do that? When they waste time? Overdevelopment. Claim overdevelopment. Overdevelopment. You better learn that word. That's how you can go to war with the VA. Claim overdevelopment. If the public DBQ is sufficient, they're not supposed to send you to a CMP exam at all. And if they don't, they should give you a reason why the public DBQ was not sufficient. It should be deferred, or if it's not favorable, they supposed to deny you, of course. Now listen, I got to go back up here. Let's see. Love say the VA. Did I miss something? Now the VA is all about saving money no matter what. This from Love. VA just don't care about veterans. Sometimes I feel that way. But they supposed to be a whole bunch of veterans work there. How can they not care about veterans when you have a whole bunch of veterans working for them? What happens to them when they get in that G's H-Town? You got them cold, huh? Jimmy? Yeah, I don't brag. I don't take no victory lap. I'm going to just slow roast you. I'll make an example out you. I'm going to make sport with you. Huh? MG Smith, H-Town. That's exactly right. Real talk. Claim over development, family. Then Love say VA lets veterans die waiting for their claims to be approved. Some vets, Vietnam vets, yes. And then tell their dependents, ain't nothing we can do. The claim died with the veteran. But didn't I just didn't I tell y'all and teach y'all claim substitution? Now let me ask you a question. Did the VA ever teach you about VA claim substitution, that the dependents can be substituted into the veteran claims when they pass? Who else told you that? I'm talking about veteran wise. I know some of the other, like the lawyers, I've seen them say it. Love say, from my experience, claim over development. Come on now, what they doing? What they really want from us? Rest in power, DMX, my brother. Love you. Jay Oliver says, each VA regional office has an agenda. Uh-oh, this man getting heavy, huh? So I got to put my tinfoil kufi on, huh? We got to get into the game. My paranoia is getting deep. Speak, Jay Oliver. Each VA regional office has an agenda and a command structure that pushes a certain way to push our claims. It decentralizes and loosely follows the 38 CFR and the director's kiss up to Dougie. Huh? What did Dougie describe us as when he was describing veterans? He said what starts off is military culture, but what comes out on the other end, that's veteran culture. Remember he said that? Talking about the waste, that we ain't nothing but feces. That's what he said. Didn't I show it to you? That's what he said. Huh? Did I put any words in his mouth? Love. And I like Dougie because he's a minister. I didn't know a minister would be talking like that about veterans, and he's supposed to be a veteran. That really hit me hard. Love say, VA employees, let people sit down with people they feel comfortable around. They'll tell you how they really feel. Now, VA employees have to do what they're told. I wish some could fight. I know it's hard. Say, you showed us H-Town. I did show the video. Now, Love say, VA is not telling veteran families they can substitute. Why do you think the VA is not there to inform veterans or their dependents? They're to approve claims, deny claims, schedule reevaluations, and issue out VA benefits. Come on now, but not to tell you what those benefits are. There should be a whole library at VA, at every VA region office should have all type of kiosks telling you about your benefits. Am I lying? There should be all type of computer programs showing and tutorials and teaching every veteran to get their benefits. Let me run it. I have all that running straight. I want to open up my own resource. I ain't lying. I want to open up a Black History Museum too, but I want to do something for veterans. Huh? Here we go. Love say, VA don't follow their own rules. Wow. Now, Betty Bob says the patient advocate husband died and fighting the VA take over her husband's claim. She had to get a lawyer. Yes, love. I gave her all the information you gave me. Now look how love got substituted into his father's claim, and his father's a Vietnam veteran, and they tell him what he couldn't get, the benefits that his daddy sacrificed for. His daddy, my brother, love daddy, left all the paperwork in order so somebody in his family, I'm assuming his son, could take the mantle and carry it on. Come on now. He wasn't stopping with him. He said, this don't end with me. Man, if y'all, man, they don't understand who they playing with. Huh? Stop playing. Charleston say, I'm getting my PTSD war plan together tonight. H-Town, thank you. All the tricks, paperwork for them Raiders. Did I tell you? Huh? Just like they can say continuous improvement, you tell them continuous severity level, that the severity level has continued and gotten worse. You put that in your paperwork and you flip their words on them. They say substantial gainful improvement. You say substantial increased severity level. Huh? More money. Man, I ain't got time to play with them. Love say, Betty Bobs, you good here. You good to hear passing the information on. Love say, DOV even said they screwed my father, but said my father claimed died with him, and that was not true because you didn't give up. Let me tell y'all something. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. That's where I end up being somebody in life. Somebody told me I wasn't gonna be nothing. I probably was gonna not be nothing. I ain't gonna lie. I was just kind of walking around, milling around. I was kind of a non-motivated kind of individual. I like to play and stuff. But when they told me that, I said, they can't tell me what I ain't gonna do. I'm gonna do it just to spite them. That ain't the right reason to do it. So young people, don't follow that example. J. Oliver, turn zero to hero. Look who's up in the house. Show some love to Scott and Isaac's world. Go back and watch the full video, my brother and sister. Hello, H-Town vet and the chat. Y'all show love. Betty says, Charleston Zimmerman, I can back you up, especially you being not the man when he came back when I was a kid in junior high. Come on now. And see, people like I think it's I forget what's the brother, he went back in the 70s, and people like brother Charleston, they caught the worst of it because they was doing this era where they was getting a hard time. They wasn't showing no respect to veterans, no benefits. That need to be compensated. Brother Charleston should not be where he is. He don't deserve that. Years without his benefits. Years. And ain't nobody made that right. Betty Bobs, hello, Scott. Now listen what he said. They saying hi to Scott. Okay. Thank you so much, Scott and Isis World. Now, Love say, my father claim did not die with him. In actuality, more claims were found that my father had filed. Look, not only it didn't die with him, it was more claims than that. Huh? Yeah, I take that and raise you one. So always have them DBQs. Family, we doing this thing tonight. Kevin Cobar Sr. say, imagine how my families were told this lie and save the VA millions. You can't be substituted into a claim. That's the lie detector determined that was a lie. Huh? Who told you couldn't be substituted into a deceased veteran's claim? Who told you that the VA could not reevaluate you without a CMP exam? They can, and I just proved it tonight, did we not? Come on, let's go with it. Remember, you can have all your stuff and they'll still say it's inadequate, but you better make them tell why it's inadequate. If you have evidence that show your severity level, if you have a nexus letter, you have pictures, and you also have a DBQ, and you have that clinical or clinical is another word for medical evidence. You don't back down. Come on. Now, let me tell you something. Remember, I used to read the law to y'all. They took the law and put it behind where you have to log in to get it so they can see who I am. Huh? Thank God the Betty Bob, she get it to me because they want me to log in because they changed that whole thing because of me because I was putting it out. Ain't that something? Remember, I was putting out the law and they say, hey, they following this. Let's change. Let's put it behind a wall somewhere. So when they log in, we'll know who's getting the information. Jay Oliver said, I have a 0 rated condition that causes me anxiety and depression, 30 to 50%, 0 to hero. Come on now. Yes, indeed. Coasty said, hi, Scott. Say, real talk, Kevin. Yes, Kevin, you've been on fire tonight, brother. God dog, you've been on fire. That's why I've been worried about where you at, man. I need your backup, partner. Yes, indeed. Oh, let's see. And remember, go check out. We did a video on the VA claim checklist, okay? My H-Town Vet's own personal checklist. Make sure the first thing you do if you want to file a claim or, submit an intent to file. Number 2, make sure what you want to do. Are you trying to get a diagnosis, a connection between your military service and your diagnosis? That's called a nexus. Or you're trying to get a measure of the severity. That's number 2. Number 3, submit only relevant and requested evidence. Stop sending in a whole bunch of who shot John. And I had a rough childhood and the VA didn't love me this right. They not there to be your friend. Number 4, scrutinize and verify any advice that you get from anybody, including the H-Town Vet. Whoa, wait a minute, even me? Yes. Number 5, learn the VA claims process. You got to become your own expert in your own life. Number 6, support of claim form 21-4138. Understand the power of that supported claim form. I wouldn't have a doctor fill that out. I would use that for lay statements, okay? And for buddy statements. And for family to fill out. Number 7, never exaggerate symptoms or falsify documents. It will come back to haunt you, or if you pass, it may come back to haunt your dependents who may not be able to qualify for the benefits because you obtained them fraudulently or through exaggeration. With exaggeration, you'll forget your lie. Number 8, request updates every 90 days. I say every 30 to 90 days, but 90 days will be fine depending on what it is. Using number 9, that's in general. Number 9, use VA law to point out errors and checkmate the VA. See, if you keep pointing out the VA errors, they gonna do. You know what they gonna do? That's what they got tired of me. They just gave me my benefits. They said, "Heck with this dude." Now, look at Brother Charleston say. Let's see what Brother Charleston say. Is that a good checklist that the H-Town vet come up with? Can't nobody else claim that checklist because it came out of my head, huh? They had to get it from the old Southern dude. That's why I didn't put in a thumbnail, because some people want my information, but they don't want to have to come in here to get it. Now, Charleston say, Gary Walker, when I said tricks, it's not VA, it's the rater. They contract, not VA employees. So yes, sometimes the raters, because they doing it based on money. That's a good point. Good point. Now, Scott and Isis World say Betty driving into DC for the VA giving me anxiety. Driving into DC, yeah. We're praying. We want you to be straight, okay? You need us, we here. Make sure if you get concerned, contact that veteran hotline for support, and we love you here. That's about 2-hour drive. I want you to be safe. Don't be anxious. Pull over and get some rest if you get anxious, okay? Much love. You family up in here. You understand? Better by say thank you, Jayla. Now we going into VA law, family. We gonna try to make this thing right. We appreciate y'all comments, concerns. We think the way you put the information out there, how y'all come at it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing it in ways that we can help others. It's not just me, the H-Town vet. It's the H-Town vet family. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we're doing this thing right, and that we're carrying the torch for the other people that don't have it, you know? And so we're going to cover the VA law now, see if there's any VA law update. We have our sister, Betty Bobs, who gives us this information, and we appreciate it because she must be able to log in, because I can't get it on the regular website no more, and I'm paranoid about logging into anything. Now, here we go, family, and we thank you. Now, what we have here is the at the VA, it's you have to go to novva.ebenefits.va.gov. So I think you got to log in. Let me know if you have to log in, Betty Bobs, to get this information. Thank you for sending it. So listen what it's, let's hear it. Number 1, general information on presumptive service connection for infectious disease under 38 CFR. They talking about it here. Qualifying for presumptive disease. Here go the law. Qualify for service from presumptive service connection for infectious disease mean the veteran served on active duty. Look what this is one of them, in Southwest Asia, and I was there. Operations during Gulf War as defined in 38 CFR 3.3-17 in Afghanistan on or after September 19th, which is my birthday. Y'all know that, February, right? 2001. Now, important, while some of those service location overlap, qualifying service members qualifying service for purposes of presumption service connection for infectious disease is not equivalent to Persian Gulf service online in 38 CFR 1117 for presumptive service connection of undiagnosed Gulf War, Persian Gulf War, undiagnosed service connected of undiagnosed illness and medical unexplained chronic multi-symptom illnesses. Remember, this is separate. All right. And family, I'm going to finish reading this section. And I think each time I'm going to go over a section. All right, let me finish this section up. I like this. Public law, it has. Sergeant First Class Health Robinson honoring our promises to address comprehensive toxic pact act of 2022 did not change qualifying service or the other regulatory requirements for infectious disease. So even though they added some stuff, they didn't disqualify people by doing this, okay? So you still qualify. If you qualify for the PACT Act at first, you still do now. Fam, that's the VA law for today. Now let me get the H-Town. You don't have to log in. Okay, you guys see how bad my technology is? Send me the link. Send me the link. You probably did, and I don't know where the link is. Just send the link, not the whole image and with all these different links on it. Just send me one link, not all these different links, where I can go straight to it, okay? Because what confused me, you have linked to several things, so just give me the one, and I'll go with that. Because all of it looked the same to me, and I just start clicking everything. Better by say, I just signed up for it. You signed up for it, so you had to sign up. So I'm gonna have to sign up, huh? Am I gonna? Are they gonna be sending me to Southwest H? I don't want to get it sound like military service. We got 26 likes and 21 watching. Thank you, family, for being so engaged to the process. Huh? We've been getting these likes up. Now let us continue. Veteran News, family, Veteran News. Now let's go to Veteran News. All right, let's see. I want to say this is from the wonderful Alaskan Ice. Our sister Betty Bob's held us down. Now Alaskan Ice was sending some information. Betty Bob say, no problem, H-Town. I know where you love it, where you love is. Yes, you better believe. I got love for you. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, my mind be scatterbrained sometimes. I know I can organize this, but when I look at stuff, looking for stuff online, it's like I'm looking at the wall. Sometimes I can do good at it, sometimes I can't. Because because of my PTSD, sometimes my concentration ain't where it should be. So, that's why I don't know why people be hating on me because they think I'm smart. Yeah, I got some intelligence, boy, but when that PTSD hit me, I'm dumb as a sack of hair. Now, all right, let's see what we got here. Now, here we go. This is an excellent list from our sister Alaskan Ice sent us this. Thanks, Sister Betty Box, for the law. It's a complete list of VA disability close rating guide 2024. This individual, Chris Zapak, and he really lays out a lot of different things about the diagnostic code. Look at that. Really good. Musculoskeletal system, or organs of species, sense, auditory, huh? I know that's the blood system, the vein system, and I can't say that. In the the urinary tract, and different things. So skin, that's the largest organ on your body. Digestive, mental disorders, they breaking it all down. We're gonna have to start going through this. Very good. And I saw another company today, and boy, they had a YouTube commercial. They was tight, like one of them claim consultants. They had veterans up there that got helped. Some of them got their 100%. I think a lot of them did. Man, I got dog. They make me want to go for 100%. I already got it. So that's information there. That's at Homefront Group. And check that out. And look at their complete list of VA Disability Code and Ratings Guide. Okay. So several of those. Now, fam, we did that. We're not going to watch any video. Family time. Family. We did it the right way tonight because I found that people that they watched the video, I was end up having to cut off the first part, and I don't want to cut off any of y'all interactions. So I said I'm gonna do it afterwards. So anything y'all want to talk about is family time. We've done everything. Any questions y'all want to talk to each other, whatever y'all want to do, fam, we here. We putting it all on the bricks. H-Town family time. It's time to hear from you. Now, y'all might say we all burn out, but let us know. Anything, questions, concerns about the information, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share this with others, please. Do you know somebody? Let me ask you this: do you know somebody that this information would help greatly? That's all I'm asking. I ain't saying whether they. Do you know anybody that this information would help? If you know somebody who would help, put a 1 in the chat. If those people, some of those people too hard to listen, put a 1 in the chat if you know somebody's help. Betty Bob says we have try to help because some people hard-headed may not listen. Or they think they know, oh, I don't like him. Somebody, when I did that video, it was one guy wasn't a veteran, and he my UPS man. And he about to retire, he make good money. And he knew somebody that was a veteran. And this is months ago. This is when we first started doing live stream. He sent the video on prison. Why you send me that, man? I'm offended by that. About when I was talking about you'll get reduced if you go to jail. And he said, I ain't sending him nothing else. I said, he's just trying to show out because he don't like to act like he don't know something. Betty Bob, he shouldn't treat you like that if he's a so-called friend. So 1 and 1. Y'all know somebody that could benefit from this. Now, MG Smith says yes, and I'm working on it. Look, my younger brother, Army Airborne. Let me ask you another question, fam. Are there some people that you could help, but you just feel like you can't waste your time on them because they're going to be fighting you? Or what's the reason some people you could help, they might be struggling, you could help with their benefits, but there's an obstacle in the way? If there's an obstacle in the way, put a rock in the chat or write the word roadblock or something. Show something that shows some kind of blockage. Or there's some people you could help with their benefits, or better by say exactly. Come on now. Fam, you see how we whisked through this? We still under 3 hours. We went over everything, and we had. And make sure you click on those notifications. All right, this is showing how the notifications. Look, say block, just a blockage. Some people, you know what they tell you? You know what's the main thing they tell y'all? They tell me, oh, I already know about all my benefits. Whoever been told that? You try to help somebody, give them some knowledge, say, hey, you might learn something at H-Town channel, or you tell them you learned something about the benefit, or I know everything already. Have you ever been told that? I tell them, okay. Now, Charleston says, 1, but veteran is hard-headed, Vietnam Army, H-Town, he knows it all. Oh, Lord. I had some Vietnam veterans telling me because I was in a tank, I wasn't a real veteran. A real combat veteran. It wasn't an infantry war. We would have got slaughtered. We were having tank battles. Do they understand there's no trees in Iraq like that? And you can't hide behind them little bushes. Boy, some people, he doesn't feel he deserves anything. Yeah, I know some people say they don't feel like they deserve anything. Well, I feel like I deserve it all because I work for it, because I sacrifice, and because I have a problem. Betty Bob say 100% H-Town, yes. I just don't tell them anything else. They know everything. Jay Oliver, I didn't miss you, Jay Oliver. Don't think I forgot you. As a reminder to all veteran family, when we relocate to any new area, go to the VA hospital in the new city and go fill out the area VA HUD VASH representative to get a housing voucher. Wow, I didn't think about that. I didn't know they had one in there. Thank you. Now listen, my ear itching. I'm sorry, family. Now, Love say nobody knows everything. There's always something to learn for sure. I had about 30 people tell me, 34, about almost 50, and told me they know. So I started helping other people, then they want to come over. I said, no, you know everything. Keep it moving, partner. Now, MG Smith, and he always complains about jumping out of those airplanes. He had knee surgery, ankle, all kinds of health problems, diabetes, but he wants to be tough. Tell him you don't want to hear it, man. MG Smith, just tell him, just keep tell him you got to go to the restroom or something. I tell dudes like that, hey, I got to go make a bowel movement, man. I got to go. Sorry, man. Hey, thank you for your service. Jay Oliver say, so any separating soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen, or Coast Guard, once they separate, okay? You putting out good information. Love say rules change all the time. Betty Bob say, Jay Oliver, thank you. Yes, indeed. He dropping that hot knowledge. Now listen what Kevin says. Jay Oliver, I am relocating next month. I didn't know that needed this form. I didn't know either. I mean, man, if you see, let me tell you something about people. If people feel comfortable, they'll start sharing. Nobody wants to share with people that don't appreciate it or trying to show, I know more than you. What would I look like jumping over him talking about, oh, I knew that, Jay Oliver, I already knew that. I ain't know nothing. People don't like me because I just tell the truth. I didn't know that. Shoot, I didn't know it. What I'm acting like I know something, that's a fool. Acting like you know something and don't know it. My grandma used to say, you can't tell a D fool nothing. I said, why, Big Mama? She said, because if you told them, they wouldn't listen to it. Huh? My Big Mama be gone 20 years next year. And she taught me some wise stuff. She said, understanding beats the world, baby. And the Bible says, in all you're getting, get an understanding. Watch our last live stream on VA problems list and the code sheet, how to sync the two in seeking your benefits and increases. And watch our video on what's the difference between a proposal and an enforced law, because that was a big confusion. Watch on the ways to submit VA claims using technology, the old way and the new way. And of course, the VA claim anxiety, when you're filing for an increase, the risk of being decreased. And we kind of touched on that tonight, but you take it to them. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, let's see what our brother Love says. He say, H-Town, I like your questions, get people to thinking. Yes. Now think about this here, fam. I don't even know what I'm about to say, but I got so many questions in my mind. Think about this here. I want y'all to think about this here. And like I said, this is our mission statement, to be interactive, informative, most of all, respectful, transparent. That's why I show the emails when they get game goofy. There's a whole bunch of emails I don't show you, but that one, when that one person was pretending to be a woman and didn't know how to do that, protective and troll free. This is our mission. Now, what was I about to tell you? I about to tell y'all something. See, I forget things. Let me tell y'all something, that we have power here because there's power in numbers. Even though this is a public platform, we're able to communicate by email privately if you need to. Okay? So because our intention is to help other veterans, we can get more accomplished than people that are trying to undermine veterans or to not be a supportive in our endeavors. If you don't like what we're doing, you don't have to come around here. If you come around here, it's because you want to be around us. You lonely. You lonely? You want somebody to talk to? You just stop your trolling and just sit back and listen. He says, "Time I like the question, get people to thinking." Yes, fam, that's what it is. Come on now. Our live streams are on every Sunday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. He says, H-Town, your channel is very helpful. Now, I need to ask y'all, for those in here now, how has the channel, and give me in 2 to 3 words, 1 to 3 words, how the channel has been beneficial to you. Family, we getting ready to go toward the end. Let us know what lately in the last few live streams, tonight, let's just talk about tonight. How was this beneficial to you tonight? If you learned something you didn't know. Did you know that they can reduce your rating without sending you to a CMP exam? How does that impact you? Huh? Come on, let's talk about it. So our live streams, like we say, on Sundays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Central Time. And sometimes we have impromptu or unscheduled live streams on Tuesdays or maybe any other day. Contact us. This is how you contact us, family. Our contact information is at the bottom in red and black, and our donation information is in green and purple. I guess that bluish purple. Now, how has this channel helped you? I know sometimes y'all get frustrated. I know sometimes I may say or do things, you may take it personal. It's not meant personally towards you, because really I have something to say to you overtly. I tell you to yourself, tell you behind closed doors. I tell you if you're cutting up here. But if I do say something, I'm just doing it for the edification of the whole group. Now listen. Love say, let me get that. He said, your channel lets me know I am on track about my claim. That is real good to know that you're going in the right direction. And if you get with the right people, you'll get that. Jay Oliver say, it helped me brainstorm and keep my mind fresh. It's important to keep your mind fresh. Now, Kevin Colbert, I was about to say chicken or something. Kevin Colbert chicken. I'm sorry, man. You're not no chicken, you're a Marine. I don't know what I was about to say. What word could come out with? Kevin Colbert. Oh, I was about to say channel. Kevin Colbert Sr., this channel saved my life, and I truly appreciate it. Respect, brother. We here for you and your family. Now, Betty Bob say, I finally got to tell the family that they can reduce you without giving you an exam. That's gonna blow their mind. And they say that ain't true. Prove it ain't true. Huh? The expert trolls would come up here and tell if I was lying. You notice they troll, but they never said the information that I was putting out was false. Did they? Huh? Remember, the troll wasn't dumb. Remember, the devil's smart. Remember, the devil tempted Jesus. Told him, if you throw yourself down before me, that the angels would lift you up. Yeah, but that's a trickery, just like he did with Eve. You don't supposed to tempt God. Huh? Now, love say, real life experience here with the VA. Come on now. We've been through some things over here. You heard what Betty Bob's saying about her jaw infection and the thing she went through with the surgeries and all of the metal pieces and things she needed to survive. Y'all don't, man, y'all think this is a joke? Now listen what Charleston Zimmerman says, our brother. He says, tonight help me clarify VA paperwork, process, forms, and meanings. Come on now, what did you get out of tonight's program? Let us know what you got out of it. Coasty, I know you sitting over on that big old Coast Guard boat somewhere that you renamed the Coasty. MG Smith's H-Town, my benefits were extremely hard to get, and I'm not going to lose them, so I want to stay up to date. Here, I can do that. Come on now. Man, y'all don't understand. Y'all are great people. Y'all are strong people. What good it would be to have this channel, even if I was talking with sense and I was only attracting incompetent people? We got people that don't know and that do know, including me. I know some things and I don't. And when I don't, I tell you, thank you. That's how I was raised. Huh? Betty Bob say, I'm really looking forward to interacting with everyone and learning more information, what to do next, and move toward my claim. Come on now. Now, Jay Oliver say, I had to learn to appreciate the 0%. Huh? Look, Otel in here tonight. Come on now. Come on, family speaking up. Love, say real talk, Jay Oliver. See, I'm going to tell you, something's in the gumbo, something's in the room. Something in the atmosphere. Tell say, thank for all you do for us. I appreciate you, my brother Terrell. Don't make me cry, man. I appreciate you. I do this from my heart, man. I do this from my heart. I do this because I love y'all. Because I don't like people being mistreated. I don't like people not having knowledge. Man, y'all got me all emotional up here. I ain't crying. But thank you, Terrell. Yeah, I really, man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Can't nobody come here and do nothing. They can't clown here. If they do, I give them the we'll clown. I'll drag them all the way through because I know how to chop them up. And then y'all gonna put something on them. And see, I love y'all. Y'all just sit back and let them talk, and they'll get embarrassed. That's why they feel insecure really about y'all because y'all ignore them. That really makes them mad, and they have to go over the top with their trolling because y'all don't even notice them. And y'all don't mean nothing about it. Y'all just handling your business. Say, Jay Oliver, real talk, 100%. Jay Oliver been putting it down tonight. MG Smith says those zeros can turn into high ratings. Listen, come on, can we talk about it? That's another one that I told y'all, didn't there? MG Smith says, Betty Bob's much respect, salute. Fam, y'all not playing around. Y'all putting it down right. Now look, this is a bridge. Everybody's welcome that's talking and acting right. If not, we can put you down in that pit. Huh? Now, Betty Bob's H-Town, you're going to slow drag them. That's the only way I know how to do it. That's why, people, because I know y'all may be like, H-Town, why you keep bringing? No, because when I first did it, I never had any negative thing to say about anybody or anything. I was just wanting to make it happy-go-lucky. So they thought they could come in here and show their natural behind. Well, how's that working for you? I got the inner circle right up in here. Love. So true, MG Smith. Now, Betty Bob says, MG Smith, salute. Come on now. She says, slow drag them. That's the only way I know how to do them, because that's the only way they're going to learn. We respect every branch of the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Salute and thank you. Fam, come on now. See, we did it the right way tonight. Then that's why so many people stayed in here, because I went over the material, and now, hey, We get to everything. We're going to hit things that touch everybody up in here. Look how all the things we talked about are things that you're going through or have been through. We don't rank veterans. Everybody's important here. How's that weather where you at? And in specific, how's the temperature where you at? Right here in Houston, Richmond, Texas, it's 81 degrees. It's been raining. Man, we about to break them records again. We got 29 likes, 21 watching. Fam, this has been off the chain. Remember, we had one live stream before it was over with. We almost had 400 people watch. About 340 or 340, I think it was. Not quite, about 350. It wasn't no 400. My fault. But time the next day came. 90 today in Minnesota. Okay. Minnesota got that hot. What's that temperature where y'all at, fam? Now, I want to ask you now, for those you just came in here, the question was, can a VA disability be reduced without a reevaluation? And the answer was yes. I've seen it happen. Now, oh, look who in the house, fam. I missed them. Look who's in the house. Huh? Look who the cat drug in. Frog Princess. Oh, praise God. Isn't God good all the time? Do you know this young lady? She's a dependent of a veteran. This is Boomer's daughter. She has sung for us. Do you know it's almost been a year from my birthday? She sung for us last Christmas. She sung, her and her friend sung for us. Her beautiful friend, her beautiful self and her friend. And how is school going, Frog Princess? What's going on, Frog Princess? Any relationship drama, Frog Princess? We just asking too many questions, my young sister. She my daughter age, fam. Now listen, Frog Princess 23, they send me photos when her and her daddy's traveling of cashews, and they don't, they don't throw none through the phone to me. She say, hey, old friend, just checking in. Y'all, sorry I've been absent from the channel. I know you got a life. Say, then MG Smith say it's let me get this here. He says 76 degrees, mostly cloudy, Cooksville, Tennessee. I like the way that sound. Betty Bob say 77 degrees and off on rainy morning, was sunny until 12 p.m. Now, Love say hello, Frog Princess. Now we can read all the chat because we moving on. We at our time now. We at the H-Town family time. We used to call it the happy hour. Coasty say, you're always bringing knowledge. Thank you. Coasty really touched my heart too, man. That what that brother said earlier, man. Brother, man, you really hit me hard, Terrell. Terrell, you hit me hard, man. Thank you. Huh? You got a brother getting all emotional up in there, man. The last thing we need is an emotional thug. I ain't no thug, but I ain't never been no thug. I was a square. So, you know what I mean? I was just kind of a little church boy and stuff. But I grew up in the hood, We got in trouble sometimes. Let me see. Then Betty Bob say, hello, Frog Princess. Long time no see. Then Coasty say, hi, Frog Princess. Then Kevin Colbart Sr. says 81 degrees, Memphis, Tennessee. Then, and since give us time to talk about more things now, we can just let her hair down. I ain't got that much hair. MG Smith says, good evening, Frog Princess. And then Frog Princess say, it's going very well. Me and my dad and chilling in the living room together while the pizza bakes. They baking the pizza. You hear what I'm saying? I hear you. Man, y'all don't know it brings so much positivity to have the young people in here. And that's when the trolls were trying to be the worst. When that same night, my daughter was and my niece was on a live stream, and Frog Princess sang. So when the young people was doing it, these people trying to act a fool. How immature you got to be to try to take the shine away from the young people, huh? This is our future. That's what Whitney Houston said, and nobody sung the national anthem like she did, huh? Everybody's starting to sing it like her now. I was amazed. I was always amazed she was so slender, could sing so powerful. That tripped me out. I love my sister. Rest in power, sister. Jay Oliver. Let our vets know that they are not where they're supposed to be with food and help. Be aware of SNAP, food banks, and church charities in the area. Because the church charities, I got to get to up to them down here. If you find about they try to get the word out to you. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Gallery Furniture. Let me explain something to y'all. Gallery Furniture is a man that owns a department store. He started over on 45. I love him because he hired a lot of black people. He hired other people too, but he always looked out for my people. Since day one, that's the kind of dude he been. When Hurricane Harvey happened, I went over there and got mattresses and box springs, everything that I could put in my truck. I'm telling you. And do you know, Lakewood Church, they closed the doors and wouldn't help nobody, but the hardware store across the freeway from Lakewood Church, they let people in there and sleep. They didn't care about nobody stealing tools or nothing, and ain't nobody take anything. Huh? God don't love ugly, and he ain't too happy about pretty. And I'm not trying to criticize necessarily the pastor, but you need to have your priorities straight, because his daddy was, a highly respected man, and you can't let that stuff go to your head, because he live in a big old mansion over in River Oaks with 3 houses behind it. Now listen, Frog Princess 23 say, my school life has been awesome. My relationship not so, but hello, you know how it is. Boy, that drama in the relationships is something. Huh. Charlton say, Frog Princess, when you giving a song, come on now. Now look, my birthday coming up September 19th. Let me know if you busy on September the 19th. Might see you do a song and let me know. Give me the song so they don't flag it. You've been giving good songs. I gotta say that. Make sure they're not copyrighted. Because they gave me a thing, but they said, oh, the song is okay. It scared me. I said, whoa. Yeah, it was a song your thing, but then the other ones, they didn't say nothing about the other ones after that. Ain't that a trip? Now, listen what Tara say. You doing it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we doing it. Y'all the one bring it out of me. I gotta admit it. Now, Betty Bob says, hello, Kevin Cobar Sr. You're welcome. Just email if you start to go through something. It might have been taken care of a little better. I am here. Let me tell y'all know I've been sad lately, and I have like a generalized depression kind of thing. I don't know why I get sad. My big mom birthday was July the 7th, and I don't have her no more. I didn't think she could ever die. She was such a unique person. Y'all would love this woman. You come looking for me, because I be everywhere. Where's H-Town at? I'll call him, baby. Look, guess what happened? My friend I grew up with, the Navy guy, he crazy as heck, but we grew up he was 1 year old and he was 1.5 and I was 2.5. We was playing as little kids together. And he joined the Navy 1 year after I joined the Army. He went to Desert Storm, but he wrote me a letter, but I didn't answer it because I kind of went on my life, and he kind of fussed at me in the next letter. He sent it to Germany. I forget where he was stationed at. I think in Norfolk, but he went up going to Desert Storm. He was over there with me, right? but I didn't see him. And when I got out the military a year before him, I moved to Virginia, go to school, and then he called my grandmother, we called her my big mama, and asked my grandmother for my number, and she gave him the number. And you know what he said? "Oh no, big mama, you must be confused, because this is my area code." You know, my grandma said, "Damn fool, you asked for the number and I gave it to you. So what did you keep asking? Are you saying that he living in Virginia? What didn't I just give you the number?" My grandmother, she's a nice person in the world, but they don't, man, I don't know why they do that. They got the sweetest heart, but they'll cut up on you. Did I just give you the number? Oh, now listen what Kevin Cobart Sr. said. H-Town vet, I want to truly thank you for being there for me at my lowest point. Thank you. I'm here, brother, and I appreciate you and all you do for the channel, and I want you and your family to prosper and be in good health. Isn't that what the Bible say? I want you to prosper and be in good health, because you be able to take care of your family and deal with the conditions that you got. Betty Bob said, "Hello, mother." Okay. Tara, okay. Tara said, "Hi, Betty Bob's." Frog Princess, stone oven for the pizza, homemade. Whoever thought of getting one of those stone ovens built in their house or outside to make pizzas? Oh, he talking to her. And then Jalifa say, "Hey, Tara and Frog Princess." And then we have Betty Bob. See, I can read everything now. We got over the information. So whoever don't want to stay to this part, they can leave. But I want to, I was going over it in the front at sometime, but I found I want to clip out. Now I don't have to clip anything out. They can listen to the information. If they want to get off, they can lead in. Betty Bob say, "I always take time out." Yes, indeed. Tara say, "Hello, Jay." Now then Betty's talking to our brother. Say, "I will always take time out." Talking to brother Kevin Cobart Sr. It stopped me from thinking about the repeated head, what's happening bad. So I'm here. Yes, indeed. Betty Bob say, "H-Town, shame you got my number." Oh boy. Yeah, I got your number. I know what's up. Huh? I can read you. You can read me. Frog Prince say, "Yes, ma'am, Betty Bob's. The pizza is cooking." How long you gonna have it in there? Then we say, Betty Bob said, "We got 30 likes and 21 watching." Fam, I'm gonna be excited to know how many people here. Make sure you haven't done so far. Smash that like button, because we're getting ready to close it out. I want to show a few more slides. If you hadn't had a chance, go to My Healthy Vet and register. I need to sign back up and get the highest premium account and hit that blue button, and you can get your medical records. You can actually find out information about claims and get information to file claims. All right, family. Blue button is inside of My Healthy Vet. It's a feature. Do that. Now, this is what they were talking about earlier. We've been giving y'all information, all right, that sometimes many of you don't know. And we want to make sure y'all on the top of the game, because the Bible says that the people perish because of a lack of knowledge. Not because they didn't have good hearts, because of a lack of knowledge. The reason somebody would take advantage of you is because of your lack of knowledge. The reason the VA is able to exploit us the way they've done in the past is because of our lack of knowledge, not because we didn't have good hearts. Come on now. So if you have a 0 rating, at least 2 or more 0 ratings, that can add up to a 10% rating. If the veterans have at least 2 0% ratings that interfere with their ability to work, a 10% rating is warranted. Come on now. Now listen to what he said. H-Town, I'd like to thank you ending early. You know, these migraines knock me out. That's why we at 3.5. We got to close it out now. Now, Betty Bob says, Kevin Cobart, I am Always here. And I thank y'all because y'all encourage me. So family, we're going to get ready to close it out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your kindness. Let's say our final goodbyes. Let's say our final goodbyes. Let's see what our sister, we're going to get to our final statements. And Frog Princess H-Town, I just want to say thank you for making this channel. It gives me and my family such wonderful memories. Oh, Lord, but this is the second person trying to make me cry. Let me tell you something, Frog Princess. I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a whole year. Thank you for the compliments. And it helps me make friends and connect with the community. Oh, Lord. Frog Princess, you just trying to met an old black guy, and I'm gonna just fall off the chair. Y'all just doing too much. Y'all young people too much. I thank y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, you part of the community. We didn't even know you was Boomer's daughter. You was here watching your daddy like a prison warden. Make sure you come up in here. Jay Oliver say, I still am using my VA issued Sam Pro 2.0 9,000 pain relieving machine. It helps with joints, nerves, and soft tissues. Sorry, not migraines. So, wow. Anything to help with migraines. Can you just help our sister Betty Bobs? Anything that will help with. Our brother Dallas says good night. Everybody say hi to Dallas, Marquez, and good night. Betty Bob say good night, family. H-Town, have a lovely week. Then we have MG Smith says, H-Town, good night, and family, turn on no notifications. Please do so. We got brother Charleston says, good night, shipmate, and H-Town family. I hope you have a restful sleep, my sister. Say, yes, sir, call me the warden. She the one named her dad and said, oh, you just a boomer. That's where he got the name Boomer from. Oh, man. Y'all don't understand. Our children, that's our legacy, what we leaving behind. Huh? That's his report card. His y'all don't know. I'm showing my work. My youngest in there. Y'all say goodbye, family. And Kevin Cobarcine said, I'm going backwards. See you all later, veteran family. And then we have Gary Walker says, these sessions always have authentic energy, are helpful, beneficial, relevant, encouraging, corrective, protective, informative, and always time well spent. This space is needed too much right now. Woo! Let me tell you something. The Bible says if you want a friend, you got to show yourself to be friendly. Huh? You want people to treat you right, well, you got to start treating people right. And they may not be where you want them to be yet. A young lady, when I was at Toyo, I said, that what you call them today, she was like, I come up there to try to get food. Well, what you want? And this is just real aggressive. I said, hey, no, I'm just trying to get this here. That's what you want? You want this? Just real. And she wasn't black, so it wasn't no ghetto stuff. She just was tripping out. And she was having a bad day. And I was talking nice, and that really scared her. Me talking nice, I say, hey, don't get to talking loud, because I don't like nobody serving me food that has, kind of hostility. That really hit her. I'm not, you saying we doing something to food? She was talking with all them people hearing it. She thinking she embarrassing me, but I just kept treating her right, because she might have had a rough day. She might have stuff going on in her life, because people are suffering financially right now, fam. So I can't take everything personal, huh? Now, what did I read everything he said? He say time well spent. This space, look what he say. This space is needed too much right now. Like now, what man? Look at the people. Coasty say good night, family. Coasty just been religiously here. He got his 100%. Alaska Nights got 100%. Huh? We got several people got their 100%, but still contributing. Have not walked away. Dogface Soldier still support and contribute. He's handling his business with his family. He's trying to get his property together. He's doing all his life now. But he here, Jordan, we love you. Junior, we love you because y'all helped me to become the man I needed to be. Thank you. Thomas says, good night, all. Till next time. Gotta go. Had a great time with H-Town and the family. Look who done rolled up in here. I done talked him up, as we say in the South. Did I talk him up? Look who done come up in here. Dogface Soldier. Hello, vets. H-Town, love you guys. I know I'm late to the show, but you're right on time because you're here. Oh, man, y'all trying to get old H-Town. See, brother Terrell got trying to get me emotional. You understand? All right, man. You right, man. Just chill, man. Got me getting all emotional. Everybody show love to Dogface if you still here. Show love to Dogface Soldier. That's that. He been my rider day one. You understand? Did you hear what I said? I've never had to look behind my back because he had it when he was around. Huh? I can't say that about everybody that started out with us. I can say that about y'all that are here now, but the ones that started out, everybody that started out with us, Dogface, are they still with us? Huh? Did a whole bunch of them drop off, Dogface Soldier? MG Smith, Gary Walk, salute, real talk. Wow, that's very awesome. Now you say, Dogface Soldier, evening is burning. Boy, this Charleston, boy, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you one thing that I've noticed, and I want to say this about Brother Charles. When a lot of people try to, because we don't realize we hear black people are here, but some people don't have that exposure that because of the way we talk fast different things. But when they're on a ship, they get to, I guess, be around us long periods of time. I think some of the black been rubbed off on Charleston. I ain't trying to be offensive, bro, but God dog it, you show you show know how to cut up. You can sit with my uncle and talk trash all day. Rest in power for my uncle. Shout out to my uncle, who I love. Huh? Now I hope he can't be pimping in heaven now. I had several uncles. He just one of them. Love, say hello, Dogface Soldier. Never too late to come when you can. Glad to see you. Come on now. Dogface say, yes, sir. Most have. We still here, brother. You understand? Huh? I'm going to dance with the one that brought me to the party. What do I look like going to the prom with one female and then I get there and I start dancing with the other one? I'm going to dance with the one that brought me. You understand? This is my family here. Y'all done got me here. Many started out with us, but they're not still here. They had bad intentions. They may have good intentions, but it may have been a misunderstanding, or they in a different place in their life. We here. Whenever you about right and you ain't burn no bridges, you welcome back over here. Now, Dogface Soul say, I can go live if you still have time, brother. Yeah, let's do it for about 10 minutes because I promise our sister that we ain't going to keep it up to no 4 hours. So I'm about to send you the link, brother. Okay? Let me find out what a thing at. Hold on. That don't make sense. Hold on. Oh, here you go. I'm going to send you the copy, brother. And we thank you. I told y'all, man, a lot of these people be listening. There's too many people up in there. They listening. I'm sending you the link now, my brother. Give me a second. I got to pull up. All right. I just sent it to you. Oh, I'm about to send it. I just sent it now. So, brother, when you get the link, come on. We ain't gonna hold him long. I shouldn't have got so fired up tonight because we need Betty Bops to get her rest. Just turn the TV down low, Betty Bops, because we won't pray for that God bless her with those migraines and try to help her to feel better and relax. Now, let's see. I sent you the link, my brother. Now, Charleston, let's see what Charleston said. Betty Bops, oh, she's talking to Charleston. Can you send me? Oh, they talk. look, he say, can you send me a porch with a can Charleston can sit there on the porch with a plate of cornbread, fried chicken, collard greens. Asked where his banana pudding for dessert. Yeah, he fall right in. He come over our house, he fall right in. Charleston something else. Charleston fall right in. We got our brother up. Say marathon, he wants to share. Yes, he do. Our brother Dogface want to share, and I'm about to pull him up. Betty Bob say, Dogface, did you talk to the patient advocate? Okay, he about to talk here, and Charleston say Betty Bob's shipmate the fritters. Exactly. Now let's get our brother Dogface. My brother Dogface. So everybody,
What's good? What's good, guy? What's up, vets? What's up, H Town? How you been, brother? You know,
I've
long
been
time no
doing
here.
good. I've been doing, man, I've been blessed. I've been going through periods of depression because I can't do nothing about it, just little stuff. But
Right?
I be doing real good, and then I feel a
Yeah.
little sad about something. But everything's going good because
Hey,
my life is in place, man, because I got people around me that's
yes,
helping
sir.
me.
Right. You know who
Talk
also
to me.
feels good? You know who also feels good every day to for you to be up on live? Charles, was it Charlton Simmers in, dude? He's happy for joy every time you go live, brother. And we are too as well, brother. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Just want to let you know. And just wanted to give you guys a shout out to all the vets out there, brother. The ones that can't go live and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That just
yes,
comment in the, you know what I mean? Just shout out to them and everybody, because we're all going through the same struggle. And
yes.
who's the one that who asked the question about me going to community care? I didn't
Oh,
grasp that
that
one.
that that was Betty Bob. So long. Let me
Betty
pull it up.
Bob's. All right.
Patient advocate.
Patient advocate. Yes. As a matter of fact, I did, and I talked to them shortly after that. We had to discuss. We had a conversation about it, and yeah, so they're already scheduling me for a follow up on I think the end of the month, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So looking forward to hearing from them soon. And yeah, I told them about what's going on. Don't mind my chickens. I'm actually outside. I'm gonna go inside.
I told you he out in the country. He got his chicken.
He's giving you a shout out, H Town.
I, I had chicken, so I can make all kinds of chicken sauce. He gave me a shout out. His rooster gave a shout out to H Town.
Hey,
Go
that's
ahead,
right.
brother.
Hey, he loves staying tuned as well. You know what I mean, with
Man,
everybody and all
what
that
is
good
happening
information.
with the channel, man? That
Right.
what is bringing this energy? Why are we not getting bored? I don't
You know,
understand. We talked
y-
about stuff before. Why are we not getting bored, brother?
very informative information out there. I think that's the reason why. And you're innovative when it comes to just bringing people out, and just talking to them. You're interpersonal when it comes to individuals, and that's good. I think that's what makes the channel hot. A lot of times, when they go to, like I mentioned before, vet channels, it's just pre-recorded, and all they could do is just put
Oh,
a comment there and wait until they get a response. But in contrast with you, you're out there every time, and that's why people are out there staying tuned, because they're able to ask questions and you're able to respond. And with the interpersonal communication, that really helps out a lot.
and when you say interpersonal communication, brother, what skills do I have? I'm an old Southern dude that just
Well,
talk a whole bunch of trash.
no. I mean, just your personality, man. You're really lighthearted. When it comes to the approach of individuals, you understand, what they go through. A lot of times they go through the ups and downs. Everybody has their good days and bad days, but you
Yes, sir.
always you keep it professional, but also you have a good sense of humor, and that's what thrive. That's what makes the channel thrive. In contrast, a lot of people are very robotic, and
Uh-huh.
it doesn't feel like you're connected to the content creator. And as for you, it's a whole different story. So look at me, I'm right here live. You know what I mean? I have the privilege to be live with you, brother. Not a lot of
Mhm.
channels do that. And a lot of people that do request to go live, you do give them the platform. And that's the difference. That sets you apart.
Yeah, because you got to open up and you have to have chance. See, but you got to understand people. You got to give people a chance. I have to be willing to take a risk of whatever. So that's why
Yeah.
I have no ego. As my brother say, no ego to inflate or offend. I'm not
Yeah.
even so much offended by trolls. I just don't like them when we got people in here that's serious. I've been
Hmm.
dealing with, uh, you know, scummy people for a while, or silly people, or dumb people. But even like I
Yeah.
was saying with that expert troll, I did give him, he the one that told me to put questions in, put the thumbnails in the form of questions. And I appreciate him for that. And then I dragged him a little bit after that. But this is the hazing process. When you make a mistake, I want to let them know you got to come back humbly and say
Hmm.
what you did. And it
That's
don't
right.
mean it's forever that we never forgive you. We ain't gonna never fully trust you because you's a snake. Because
Exactly.
but you can do some good. Sit back and learn something. Because
You know what?
apparently,
We all, yeah, yeah, we
go
all
ahead.
could learn. We all could get that nurturing when it comes to learn. Another thing like that, I want to shout out and say thanks to everybody that gave me the advice. And
Okay.
there's a lot of times I'm right here to support the channel, and I encourage people to subscribe to your channel, and I always encourage people to go and ask questions and everything like that. But sometimes, like me as an individual, as a vet, I have questions as well, and I go through my situations too. And I'm glad that you guys were out
Yes.
there helping me out as a group, as a team, as a family. So that was very helpful, and that's what this channel is all about, brother. You know what I mean? No
See,
one's left behind.
I wouldn't have never went to a dental appointment for a long time if it wasn't for Betty Bob's getting on my case. I had to go to the
Yes.
emergency room, man. I couldn't even sleep. I was in so much pain. And
Mm,
now I go, my dental appointment for them to pull the tooth is September the 8th or something like that.
mm.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. So, amazing, and that's thanks to Betty Bob staying on my case or
Yeah,
whatever, Betty Bob. I don't want to listen to nobody. I'm hard headed.
that's
Now,
right.
but now, brother, that's what we here for. And that's how we learn and growing from each other. And we got to be able to be vulnerable without people attacking us, without people
Yeah,
trying to put us down, because some people are, are do something for you, but they'll make you feel so bad in the process. Some people help you, but they'll make you feel so bad after they help you that you wish
yeah.
that they wouldn't even help you in the first place. Tell me if I'm making sense.
You're right, brother. A lot of times you just got to block out that white noise that comes around.
Come on.
That's just the evil trying to set in into your psyche. And that goes for everybody out there, brother. Like I said, the closer you are to God, man, the bigger of the target you are. The closer you
Yes.
are to good, the evil is always trying to suck you back into the evil. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what's been going on, man. You're doing good for the community, and all the people that are watching and that comment in your comment section. They're trying to do good as well in the community and for themselves, and the devil's out there getting them as well, like just like me as well. So it could come in different ways, shapes, and forms, but that's why we're here together as a family to talk about it and to resolve issues. And when we're done with this channel, when this channel's off, we get the knowledge that you can't get in college, and you utilize that for what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Let me
So
ask you
that's
this
that
here.
matters.
What statement is the channel making? What statement is being made on this channel?
Is that you're out there for for me, I mean, is that you're out there for the veteran, and like I mentioned before, you're interpersonal with the veteran. And I think that's an impact that you're getting a lot of people right here in the channel live. And that's a huge statement, because not a lot of people could say that. Not a lot of people have the pride to go about that route. And you're one of the few channels that are able to do that. So I give you props for that.
Okay. Well, I have to stick to my promise because we getting into the last few minutes. We've been on about 10 minutes. I want to, as my brother would say, I want to let you have the last word. You get the last
Yeah.
word, brother. Go ahead.
Just be vigilant in everything that's going on with the VA, and H-Town's in the forefront. And I want to shout out to all the vets, and just stay tuned to the next topics. because they're all very important. There's a lot of changes that are being made in the VA, and we got leadership that's questionable. But I'm glad that H-Town and all of us are being aware, and just to take care of each other. So just shout out, much love to all you guys.
Take peace out, brother. Good.
All right, peace out, brother. Much love, H-Town. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Talk soon.
All right.
Fam, I stick to my word. We're going to get ready to close out. Thank y'all for being so incredible. And we appreciate y'all. And we want to say good night. And we thank Dogface Soldier for coming up. We thank Brother Charleston for being the man who he is. We thank Sister Betty Bob for all that she contributes. We thanking Love for being the man he is, and bless his family. And MG Smith, thank you so much. We want to thank Coasty. We want to thank Frog Princess, Thomas R. We want to thank Kevin Kobar Sr. We want to thank Dallas Marquez for being in the house. We want to thank Jay Oliver. Thank you for the knowledge. Gary Walker, we thank you so much. And I mean all of this from my heart. We want to thank Dome showed up tonight. Thank you, Dome. It means so much to me because I know you're always watching. Scott and Isis World. Terrell Mullins almost had me crying. You understand? I am an emotional thug. We want to thank In the House, and we just can't be remiss without saying how Frog Princess have always brought positive energy to the channel. You understand? She just lights up a room when she come in there. You understand? Y'all remember when she sang? We don't say sing, we say sang down in the South. Now listen, I'm making sure I didn't miss Farm Girl Rebel. She's retired, so God blessings on her. Y'all always keep her in your hearts. Please do that. Family, I'm feeling so good tonight. I'm glad our brother Kevin Kobar Sr. is hanging in there, being strong, fighting a good fight. Terrell Mullins, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. And wherever you at, Cindy Queen, we know you're working because we gone too early for her. She's still at work because she's 2 hours behind. But we love you, and if you watch it, because she come on and it's when she can for a little while, when she get a chance, and we thank her, and we so proud of you accomplishing all that you did. All right, so let me see. Think I got pretty much everybody. If I miss you, charge it. Love, thank you. All that you do, I think you commit more than anybody. I said Gary. Charge it to my head and not to my heart. Come on, fam. And like I said, we did this thing tonight. Well, family, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to get the last comments. Oh, say, stay on, Dogface Soldier. Betty Bob say you got it in my right. He going to come back next time. I promise I'm going to keep it under the 4 hours, so we're going to do that. Love say more veteran YouTube channels are starting to do lives longer, H-Town. I wonder why that is. Do you think I got something to do with that? All I say is say where you got it from. When I got stuff from academy, that veteran academy, I tell you, VA Claim Insider, real sharp. I gotta say their knowledge is sharp. Now he crazy. They be sending all kind of judgments against him to stop talking. He out there on the video. Hey guys, he act like ain't nothing happened. Boy, he's something else. Now Betty Bob says 22. And then Betty Bob say 32 likes and 12 watching. And then Love H-Town, you still hold the record for live. We got almost 6 hours. Who can do it like this? As Keith Sweat said, nobody does it like I can. Love say, yes, H-Town, you are the reason. Yes, indeed. They can only get it from the authentic source, right? Remember, I told you all the music genres were made by my people here in the United States. Every music genre that was created here we had it, we created it, had a hand in it. We were the mentors. So we understand how this thing works because of our suffering and because of way we grew up in our experiences. We see them as negative. Sometimes we be a little irritated with each other. But let me tell you something. Yeah, I saw one. We got Marcus McCall Sr. What do you want to know about claim consultants? We talked about, and we're going to be talking about them in the future. We've done live streams on them. Now, let me see. I'm going to get back to your question. He said H-Town is the original. There will never be any other. Yes. Who are you? Introduce yourself, Marcus McCall Sr. You say, even ever heard of medical? No, I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about all that. No, we just come on. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Marcus McCall. Are you military? Are you? Let us know. We like to know who we dealing with. You kind of came in with a question, and you ain't introduced yourself, huh? Let us know who you are, partner. Let us know. Okay, U.S. Air Force veteran. Okay, I'm U.S. Army. I am the H-Town vet. So there are some ones out there that's pretty good that help people. Some of their financial practice. Oh, no. This is how we do it. So don't you take it personal. Everybody in here, we do it because the trolls have come through. So we want to make sure. I always like to know who we dealing with. So it's nothing personal to you. I don't think you mean anything by it. We just this that way. That's why it's such a peaceful environment, because we like to know who we dealing with. And so, I mean, they're not going nowhere. You want me to speak truthfully? It's too many white guys that are heading it. So they're not, white meat don't eat white meat. They're not going to destroy it. They don't like the fact, the lawyers don't like the fact that they're restricted in helping veterans to the some of them, the ones that are accredited, and only helping the veteran after the first denial. They can help the veteran, these consulting firms, they can help the veteran immediately. They don't have such restrictions. I think veterans are getting help by it. So if veterans getting help, who do more complaining, brother? Talk to me about this, brother Marcus McCall Sr. Who do more complaining? The veteran about consulting companies, or is it the VA and lawyers and veteran service organizations? In my opinion, some people have bad experiences with them, but apparently they must be doing something right, because a lot of people are still using them. What's y'all opinion? What y'all say? Very good question, Marcus McCall Jr. Very good question. Now, let me ask you this here, brother Marcus. Would we need claim consulting companies if the other organizations were doing their job? If I was backed in a corner and they was trying to attack my benefits, or if I needed to get something, I would consider some consulting companies. We got people in here that done been help bound. Huh? Say, no, we wouldn't. Come on now. We got people that's been helped. VA, don't complain. Now, the VA was doing their job. We wouldn't have to go to other people for help. Huh? That's what you tell a guy. Say, man, homeboy took my woman. Ain't nobody take your woman. She was just ready to go. You wasn't doing your job, partner. Yeah, sometimes people do dirtbag stuff and got your gal and go. No, sometimes you ain't on your job. And if it's other people out there helping veterans with their benefits, the veterans, this is the real heavy part about it. Apparently, the veterans don't mind paying if they get the help they need. Y'all think we need to do another live stream on consulting companies? Huh? Do we need to do one? Do we need to do another video on that? Come on, let's talk about it. Fam, I'm glad you in here, Marcus. I hope you come back. We appreciate you. We got our brother, and we got another Air Force in here, because Brother McCall is Air Force. Charleston say, love, love. Dougie does complain. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do some we're gonna start doing some reviewing of some of the hot topics dealing with veteran stuff. See what we call him Dougie, the Secretary of the VA, Doug Collins. No disrespect, man. We just do it in a humorous way. Marcus McCall Senior say, I found one I can pay on the back end. Yeah, see, that's the issue. Those that getting you to pay up front, unless they give you some legit information, there might be some situations that I pay up front, depending on what they give me now. And I look at their track record and see if they're full disclosure. We did a whole have to do it again. MG Smith, go back and watch our videos on claim consultants. We broke down Congress and everybody. So we need to do another one on claim consultants. It's a hot topic again. Let's see if they had another thing in Congress about it. We're gonna do that. Cause I saw one, they look solid. I ain't, looks is looks, but they had a commercial on YouTube that was like any commercial you would get. If I missed any of your comments, please let us know. But we got to get ready to go. Oh, it's 59. Family, here's Terrell. Oh boy, we got to go, family. It's a lot of red tape, H-Town, yes, and Rush. So family, I'm gonna get ready to close it out. Thank you for tonight. We got 3 seconds. I'm about to go, family. Thank y'all and good night, because we don't want to make 4 hours.